Screams tasteful, an eye for design, annoying neat free.
Hey, me. Well, hello. It's that time again. It's match day, or should I say match night. And now I just want us to thrash Derby tonight and put that frustration behind us. That penalties and penalty misses. Oh dear me. So we have in the chat already, we've got Sunderland Flynn. First chat, how you doing? You reckon you got a feeling that we will do well? It is match night. Well, we've got to do well.
Again, Sunderland has got a threat, and I think Burnley were aware of that.
Excuse me. How you doing, Jerry? Evening, Stewart. Got to get 3 points tonight. Yeah, we do. It's well, the trouble is we're playing catch up, and we're always chasing. And when you're playing catch up, you've got less room for error. Unfortunately. Because the likes of the Leeds, the Burnley, the Sheffield United. A frog in my throat. Yeah, I know, me too, Son and Flynn. Michael Brumwell, you're going 3-0, like you said. Be good if I could, wouldn't it? No. Once again, fleeing around like a blue ass fly. You're going for 3-1. Sunderland Flynn. Oh dear.
Against all the odds, but it's a big opportunity for Sunderland tonight.
Big opportunity, it certainly is. But we've got to take it. That's the thing, we've got to take it. Be back in a second. Well, under the lights at Pride Park. Oh, have I left my glasses? No, I haven't. Dear. Jack Reid, hello Jack. Let's hope this is a better tonight than my trip down Burnley, going for a 4-0 win. Jack, I bet you that was frustrating. I mean, you ask any Sunderland fan, they would have took a point. As a matter of fact, it's like the penalties like spoiled the game, because everybody was in a really, really good mood, without a shadow of a doubt, thinking like, oh yeah, full time 0-0. I'm really chuffed to bits with that. And then we got them 2 penalties. It was just the hope that killed you, wasn't it? Oh dear, just the hope that killed you. Thinking, yeah, you're going to get a massive 3 points tonight, 2 penalties. And then, bish bash bosh, you're not getting it. Oh, hello Carl Wingfield, how are you doing?
Wilson and Eli, I think the references for our game, but for our opponents as well, are really different and could be useful for us. Yeah.
You've used a good word there, provoke. You did provoke Burnley into 2 penalties. You said there would be a review of the situation with the 2 misses. Has there been a discussion amongst the players about...
Mr. Nomsky, hello. This is under 21's game against Benfica tomorrow at the Stadium of Light tomorrow night. Believe it's being streamed live. That'll be good. So painful, absolutely. Dougie Stewart says hi, Cabby and everyone. Jack Reid says played well. Would have liked to see Bellingham take the second. I could not watch that second one. I think deep down inside,
we didn't score.
When we're seeing Isidore pick that ball up,
we were frustrated, and
if you could go to the bookies and put £1,000 on that he's going to miss it, I think a lot of fans would have done so.
I think it was possible, and we did yesterday.
Carl says, good, thanks, just checking out the transfer gossip.
It's part of the process.
Yeah, there's going to be plenty more as well. How are the lads, says Jack. Room starting to fill up already, got 50 people watching. Click that thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you are new. The next goal of mine is for 4,000 subscribers.
Wilson, having missed 1, needed to take the second one to get his confidence.
So let us know if the audio levels aren't too loud or distorted.
At the end, it's still easier to...
Does anybody know what strip we're playing in tonight anyway?
But they made a decision together, and I respect that. I have to respect that, because rather than having many...
Someone tells me we're going to be playing on our blue strip. I don't know.
They made this decision together, and they assumed after that it was the best decision. It was the best choice for the shot, for sure. But the way we want to build that team, and so far it wasn't too bad, I think, is to give them the responsibility on the pitch, and you can... be successful.
Mandy Gray, hello. Easy 4-0, says Carl.
At the end, because they are committed, because they want to work together, and they can assume to make mistakes and to learn from these mistakes.
Has Wilson stayed behind after training to take penalties now? Practice. Is he still? Is Wilson still the penalty taker? Is that decision being made?
We'll see. We'll see. Probably it's really a question of a choice, because I think Trafford was really good and expected that shot especially, and Wilson probably was used to shoot like that, and now he has probably to open and to find different location for his shots. And yeah, it would be a useful experience. Sure.
But at the end of the day, let's not lose sight of the fact you've kept a clean sheet.
But like I say, we don't have the given right to win tonight. We've got to earn it. I think it's so important
I think tactically
we get an early goal. Massively important that we
gradually the different issues.
Go for the jugular. We didn't want allow Derby to get into it, or if it stays 0-0 for 30, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, 60 minutes.
Problems and to solve on the pitch.
Heidi says, oops, accidentally clicked to lose on the pole. How dare you, Heidi.
In a better way.
My friend Peter Wynn is in the chat. Number one Lee Catamol fan.
We created
Jerry
chances,
Little says they could play in a thong as long as they put it in the onion bag.
than them in that game.
Nomansky says on the right tonight. Right, pardon the pun. And Jack Reed says yes, early goal is important to be nice. So important, be nice to see easy door open and the score. And I've got a funny feeling he'll score a couple, you know.
I mean, in terms of resolving those issues at Burnley, because as you say, the first 20 minutes, they exploited the wings, certainly Jaden Anthony did. Does that resolution come from you, or is it coming from the players on the pitch?
From them. We expected this way of playing, and it's still it's not an easy task because we want to press, and they try to make short passes to attract our pressure. And if we are not proactive, they can keep the ball and they can control the game. So for us, it was very important to press and to be proactive in the top area of the pitch. But at the same time, when you move forward like that, you know that they
Dennis!
can play behind and they can.
How are you doing? This is better than the comedy channel.
Still a balance between both. And,
going to be hard to top the other night. Love from Tyneside. Come on, Derby.
But to make it realistic
Says Dennis.
on the pitch, it's different.
With the black and white flags there, so I think it's must be a Notts.
I think
Notts County fan, I think.
4 diagonals, and Dennis 3 or 4 diagonals as well.
Welcome into the channel anyway. My Asian friend Curly watching Sunderland for the first time. A shout out. Hello, how are you doing to Curly?
A different sort of test at Derby. They're not on a good run, but probably offer a different style.
Heidi says watching along whilst revising for my mock exams. Can't miss a game. Oh no.
At the weekend, you know, your Leeds, your Sheffield Uniteds, they're winning these games against the struggling teams. It's important that you maintain that pressure as well.
Yeah, sure. It will be a tough game.
Sunderland look focused, like they've got the game faces on.
And we have to be very respectful about all the teams in that league, because even if they can have some difficult periods, they are still able to beat every team, every other.
I was starting to get to the business end of the season.
Really intense.
Get up there, Dennis. No.
They can play different options. And in open play, in chaotic situations.
Jack says, "Be Gateshead. They're the only team in Tyneside."
So it will be another tough game.
Love the banter. Love the banter. The Geordies can come in here and eat and take they make as much as they like. So as long as they're not rude. I'm good friends with a lot of them from the
way we want to play that game.
what do you call it? The Toon review page with Paul and all that. Good friends with all them. Good guys. Good lasses as well.
I think we can create many chances, but at
the banter's good. The banter's important. It's funny.
Solved. But if we don't score,
it doesn't bother me. If you can all come in here and if we're getting beat tonight 3-0 and the Geordies flood the chat, then they're welcome to come in.
Like that.
Take it on the chin. Ryan Joe says, evening all. If we get any penalties, keep Wilson well away.
BBC Radio Newcastle.
So Sunderland's players about to come together in a huddle away to our.
Oh, well, the music is starting to play, and I will mute it. Thomas says, is Labrie on wing again? Lafay, you mean? Guessing permanent until Mundle or Watson back. I don't know where Mundle's going to be. John Ewell says, come on, son, and let's start on the front foot. Absolutely. Greg Bucky says, now, Cabby, hope you're well. I'm not too bad. Hope you're well, Greg. Aware the lads. Evening, Matt and Cabby from Nambia. Good evening, James. Is it don't attempt fate to say I'm confident tonight.
Now Sunderland have broken from their huddle. Mayenda and Isidore up front, and it's going to be Derby County who get the game underway, attacking from right to left as we look down from the main stand here.
They've still got music playing and they've kicked off.
There are quite a few empty seats amongst the Derby fans looking around the bowl of the stadium.
Good evening, Fernie. This is evening, Stuart, and all. How's your prediction tonight? I'm going for a comfortable 3-0 win. Dare I say it. You had a good win the other night. Sheffield Wednesday played well. I expected you lot to win. and you've done well. I still see a lead Sun and Garnell. Didn't want Burnley and Sheffield United, do you? A big miss, Mundle. Yeah, you're listening from here in Mercia. Enjoy, mate, Peter. Bring some sun back.
And the right back, I'll tell you in a moment, it looks as though Adams could have been Adams, yeah. So, Ebou Adams right back, Callum Elder and Craig Forsyth.
Let us know on the channel if the levels are fine, I'm not too loud or whatnot.
Playing as a left back. It's a throw for Sunderland on the right, halfway inside the Sunderland half. It's going to be taken by Trey Hume onto the halfway line, headed on by
scoreline flattered you.
And it's played back
hey,
by
it's a scoreline that matters, mate.
The centre to goalkeeper Jakob Zetterstrom.
Connor says 3-0 win.
Swedish goalkeeper, one cap. Sunderland are playing 4-4-2. They are playing 4-4-2. They've got Isidore and Mayenda up together. Rig on the right, Lefay on the left. As the ball floats
Derby
down
County are really in dire form. Like,
Marcus Harness drafted into the team, fouled by Mepham.
Usually the teams we slip up against. Let's hope not tonight. I know Dougie we didn't do that at the stadium. Like
Derby County. Paul Warne in his bobble hat comes sprinting out of the dugout. Unusually for a head coach or a manager, he took the warm-up tonight with his players.
Tim Stoker, evening Cabby and everyone. How are the lads? How are the lads? Good afternoon, Cabby. 4-0 says Luty. Bong says, how are Cabby? Fancy a dubbing tonight. Isidore hat-trick. Hope so. Peter says, depends what you're confident in. You know.
Now, following a move from
absolutely.
the former Cardiff and Middlesbrough winger. And it's left for Callum Elder to take with his left foot, curls it to the back of the penalty area, and it's headed away by Sunderland.
Nice to see Mepham.
By, I think, Chris Rigg, but
of course he was injured, wasn't he? And we were kind of worried at the fact, like, oh, he's not going to make
Sunderland half. We're in the 3rd minute then, Derby 0, Sunderland 0, live here on BBC Radio Newcastle. And Sirkin, in his long sleeves, taking this throw over on that far side, up to the halfway line, headed strongly forwards.
Turn the commentary up a touch, hold on.
5 years old now, the former Scottish international. Another throw for Sunderland, which Sirkin will take again, just back inside the Sunderland half on that left-hand side. Drops it down.
Jack Reed says, just putting the game on, I think, and it was 8 o'clock for some reason. Yeah, they usually are all 8 o'clock, aren't they?
For another Sunderland throw. You can hear the Sunderland fans away in the corner on the far side. Forsyth heads the
Mr.
ball
Numsky, are Derby going to do the pylon in the first 10 minutes?
Who's trying to get it through to Jerry Yates, who's on loan from Swansea City.
It does need to take time for the game to settle.
They look to try and get on the end of it.
Click that thumbs up. Let's get 100 likes tonight. Any new subscribers, anybody who's new to the channel, should I say, hit the subscribe button. Much appreciated. Thank you. Tom says, thanks for broadcasting this. Can you watch live anywhere?
Hume gets in front of him and puts the ball out.
If you've got the stick, if you've got Sky, it's on the red button.
Derby County.
But you can always, you're welcome along here anytime for the watch along and commentary. I can't just play the commentary on its own though, because of that'll be pretty naughty.
Adams, the Gambian international, playing at right back unusually tonight, the midfielder. Normally
Paul Heron, how are you, mate? This is hello all. This is how are the lads? Packet Andrew says, hey all, Sunderland to win 3, Derby 1. Come on, Packet Andrew, I'll take that.
Cap, isn't he? I don't know whether he's suffered some sort of injury at some point.
Andrew Moore, hello, Cabby, watching on Sky, so I might mute this, but wanted to do my bit for your viewing figures. Very kind of you, Andrew, mate. You enjoy the game wherever you watch it.
Up to the halfway line and down.
Come on, boys, says Luty. I'm on heart meds. Score easy on me.
Adams continues his run down that far side, but the ball just swept past Jackson and out for a throw.
So the other two big ones, Leeds United and Burnley, they play tomorrow.
Sunderland half, which Dennis Sirkin will take. So
I think Leeds have got Norwich and Burnley have got Plymouth. Who's Sheffield United got tonight?
Me, actually.
You live in Ontario, Canada. Lovely spot, mate. Who's Sheffield United got tonight?
The roof of the stand, and they make it all look a bit hazy.
I can't remember.
It's a little bit discombobulating, actually. Elder just over the halfway line, plays the ball across to the far side. It's picked up in midfield by Liam Thompson. 22-year-old who came through the academy here. It's played back to Adams.
Pack out the chat,
And he
beat
drives
2
one up
review.
through the middle, but it's
A long
gone
way to
straight
go.
through to Anthony
Oh,
Patterson,
Swansea
who
fan,
is
yeah,
in
Swansea, that's
green
right.
tonight. And he
Cheers,
rolls
Mandy.
it
Easy to us
to
as a couple.
Chris Mepham just at the edge of the Sunderland penalty area. Out then to Luke O'Nien on the left, and O'Nien
Yeah,
driving
cheers,
it up
James.
through the centre. Mayenda's got his eye on it, but so
Well,
has
it's all
Callum
Derby County
Elder,
at the minute, but
who
it's
heads the ball back
understandable.
up onto the halfway
Hoping
line
for a
with
big
Joe
score, Kevin. I know.
Gets his first touch of the evening, and trying to come away with it on that left-hand side was Sirkin, but it's won back by
Scott
Derby.
Williams, hello. Says,
Back to
hello, bud.
goalkeeper.
Hoping for a win. Watching from
6'6",
Spain. Hello.
as
From
was
hello to Spain.
James
Job needs a
Trafford,
good
of course,
game.
on Friday
Absolutely,
night,
says Peter
Burnley,
Wynn.
so I hope this is
Stealth
something
Gaming, hello.
to
Evening, Cabby. Hope you're well. Hope you're well too, mate. Cheers, Packer Swansea City.
Let's not go there. Let's avoid penalties if we can tonight. The throw for Derby County on the far side. Ebbo Adams.
Yeah, welcome to
29
the
years old now,
201
signed from Cardiff
people
in the
watching
summer.
the channel.
Will take the throw, hurls it down that right line. Derby just lost their eye on it for a moment, but it's now Caden Jackson trying to win it back, but he's knocked it out for
51 people like the
Sunderland
channel so far. Thank
throw.
you.
And Sirkin comes
Mackham says, spoiler alert, it's 0-0. Yeah. If you can, don't put any spoilers of any scores or anything in the chat because you're about a minute and a half ahead of me. I know it's hard to do,
on Tuesday, 11th of October.
but if you can
Something's
try
gone
to
awry there.
refrain your
There's a ball
excitement.
swept on past Mayenda, who's going to sprint down towards the goal line, but the ball just rolls out behind. Forsyth got
So
it
if you know
wrong
any
to
scores,
Mayenda.
if you can wait until
Goal
it's
kick to Derby.
I hear
Who
it
has to be
first
said
before you
this
put it on
opening
the chat. I know it's
7 minutes
difficult.
have seen a lot of the ball, but they've not done a lot with it.
They haven't done a lot with it. You know, Sunderland have struggled to get hold of the ball.
If you didn't mind.
But, you know, hopefully they'll
Hello,
grow
SJ.
into the game.
Starting slow
As they did
again.
on Friday at Turf Moor.
We'll get into it.
Zeta Strong.
Thanks, Jack. Hit the like button. Jace is looking forward for Mundell and Watson starting when they return. Absolutely.
So a reaction from Swansea.
I love the Gary
to their
Bennett
defeat by
side.
Cardiff at the
Oh, I
weekend.
don't.
But it's early in the evening, of course. We're in the 8th minute here.
Thanks for the
Here,
2
Derby nil,
subscribers.
Sunderland
Thank you.
nil. The kick from the goalkeeper goes straight out.
A shout out to Sarah, please. Her first live broadcast. I converted her from Hull City.
The advertising boards, change that. Honestly, they're changing colour.
Hello,
all the time.
Sarah.
The
How are you
floodlights,
doing?
There's a haze. Sort of, it's very strange. I think it's because we're so low down. Here's Job in the middle of the Derby half. Rolls it out to Rigg on this right-hand side. Hume on the overlap. Rigg with his left curls it into the penalty area. Drops to Sirkin, who tried to stab
Mac and
it
Mike
back.
Evening all. Mundell
Derby
is a
get
game
it
changer.
clear,
He is.
only
He
as
is.
far as Lefay,
Massive.
who gets the ball again down the left-hand side, recycles it to Job, and Job back again to Dan Neal. Neal on the left, Job again, and back to Mepham in the centre circle. Out here now to Rigg. Rigg trying to come round Kane Wilson.
Swansea
Plays the ball back to
City
Luke
won,
O'Nien,
yeah.
and O'Nien in the
Sheffield
centre,
United
out to
0.
Sirkin on the left-hand side. Looking for Lefay. Lefay down the left of the penalty area to the goal line, pulling it back, and just over the top from Sirkin. Ran in on it, volleyed it, but just over.
Of course, very, very early days. You do expect Sheffield United to turn that one up, turn that round, don't you?
Half chance for Sirkin, but just over. That in the 9th minute. Lefay.
No, I don't rate Burnley either, Jack. To be honest with you, I think Leeds United's the best
Goal
side
kick
we've
then
faced
to
this
Derby.
season so far. Yeah, I know Watson was just getting sorted, wasn't he? United aren't all that, as we know, says Return or Jedi. Hello, Tony Emerson.
Zeta Strong.
How are you? Cole Pemberton.
Just
Got to beat these.
pause
Oh,
a
yeah,
moment,
we'll have to do. Of course we
takes
do.
a couple of steps back. The players towards the right-hand side.
Jacqueline says, good evening from
And the
sunny
ball
Egypt.
floats
Come
over
on,
the
lads, you
halfway line,
can
headed
do
on by
it. Well,
Joe,
hello
headed away again
to
by
everybody in
Forsyth. Harness
Egypt.
picks it up on the halfway
International
line.
channel tonight.
Perhaps best known to Sunderland fans for his time at Portsmouth, because we came across him on a number of occasions in League One. Free kick to Derby on halfway, on the right-hand side, just inside.
Hi,
their
evening,
own
Collier.
half.
Alright, watching from Rome. How are the lads? Hello, Chloe Curtin. Hope you're doing well.
Pushing forwards
Yeah, Leeds
here.
deserve to win the league, but second is still there
white and
if
black
we
of
stay
Derby
consistent.
County.
Yeah.
I think it's Houdman taking.
But this
the
isn't going to be a
free kick, the
walkover.
Dutchman. Sam Allison's seen something at the edge of
Return says
Sunderland penalty area. There's
Swansea
Sunderland
have
stabs
Cabango
quite a
and
lot.
Darling back.
It could be.
Mr. International,
Could well
says
be.
Connor.
Yeah, I think you're right. And so, the referee Sam Allison just stepping back now. Happy, I think,
It
for the
is.
free kick to be taken.
Neil Denbury, nice one,
How
Cabby,
good
as
will
always,
take it
mate. You're
then.
welcome.
And
Welcome
he's
along,
moved
Neil.
away towards the left-hand side
SMPL
of the
says must
penalty
win
area,
game
looking
tonight
for
for
Kane
me.
Wilson-Humes there.
Oh, we
He's
do.
surrounded by Kane Wilson and Callum Elder, but the ball has gone behind for a goal kick to Sunderland. In the 11th minute, 0-0, Oxford 0, Luton 1. And so, a short pass from Patterson to Mepham, and then out to Hume on the right of the penalty area, down the line to Rigg.
You're welcome, James, man.
Trying to drive it into the centre for Isidore on halfway, but it's now cleared from the edge
Empty
of the
seats
Sunderland penalty
everywhere
area,
in Pride
and played
Park.
out wide on the left-hand side. Lefay taking this on, trying to get round Adams. They've got a foot on it, but Lefay comes back and recovers the ball and plays it to Sirkin. Sirkin trying to cut inside, plays
Oxford
it back
United
to
0,
Joe.
Luton
Joe
Town
back
1.
again on halfway to Luke O'Nien. Yates goes to close him down. O'Nien holds him off, leaves it.
250 now
Joe,
watching.
who swings
Hit
the
that
ball over
like
to the
button.
right here.
Hit the
Kane
subscribe
Wilson
if you're
heads it
new.
in
Thank
the air
you
and out
very
towards
much.
the left touch line, brings it down in front of Rigg, who's trying to win it, but Rigg is
Lefay's taking
pulled
free
down
kicks.
by
Interesting.
Wilson. Only 10 yards from the
We
referee.
do have
and
to
a
win
free
these
kick
games, Stephen, if we're wanting
to
the top
Sunderland,
two.
wide on the right, halfway inside the Derby
If we're wanting the
half.
playoffs, not necessarily vital to win these
Good
games. We
opportunity
still, obviously, we do want to
First
win them.
set
Of course
piece,
we do, but
First set piece quality.
that's how
12th
good the
minute.
quality is for the top two.
Nearly into the 13th
simply gotta
minute
win
of the
these.
first half. Chris Rigg having a quick word with Trey Hume. Enzo Lefay
Lefay is going to take it.
has come across to take this. It's only a yard in from touch on the right-hand side. The former Sunderland striker Martin Waghorn is here, working for BBC Radio Derby. Waghorn was
quality.
his last club was Derby. So Lefay and Rigg over this free kick. Two in the wall.
Richie Renwick, hello,
for
Cabby.
Derby.
Let's hope Pat can pull a
And
Marty
it's left on
Perminator.
Lefay to
Welcome,
take.
mate.
He curls it into the penalty area, but it's headed powerfully out by Mendes Lang. Up to the halfway line. In the middle is Dan Neil, plays it back to Patterson.
Darren, good
Patterson
morning from Australia.
plays out
Welcome,
through the
mate.
centre to
That
Trey
Michael
Hume.
says easy if we played
Hume
Liverpool.
now,
It'd be
short
5 or
passing
5-0.
to the left. To
More, we
O'Nien,
should be doing the same.
back to Dan Neil, who plays it
Getting that
across to
first
Mepham.
goal, isn't it?
Mepham bringing it up to the halfway line. Hume here on the right. And Hume plays it along the halfway line into the middle to Dan Neil. And Neil drives it out. Good ball to Sirkin. Down the left to the penalty area. Sirkin with Adams in front of him. Wins a corner, does he?
Yes.
No.
Is it? No. Did he get caught? He got caught there.
He's picking himself up, Sirkin. But the referee's given the goal kick.
Excellent pass out to Sirkin on that left-hand side.
Very, very good pass from Dan Neil. 0-0 in the 14th minute. And goalkeeper Jakob Zetterstrom places the ball away on the right
Just goes
corner
to
of his 6-yard box.
Sorry, Nick, it just goes to show you, they're not playing up from the back, are they?
No, they're
You know, they
not
wanna
at
go
all. They're
long.
kicking long.
Oh,
Saying that, now he's just played out from the back to Callum Elder. What do we know? The ball played down to Wilson on the left-hand side. Wilson, Rigg in front of him, stabs it out, throw to Derby, in between the two technical areas. Elder comes forwards to take this.
Hello, Norman. How are you doing?
29
Automatic no playoffs, please.
Counts
I was at the
once
old Wembley against Charlton. Oh,
Australia,
God, that was
the
horrible,
whole
that.
midfielder comes back then.
I still haven't got over that penalty
Defender
shootout
to,
against
Forsyth.
Charlton. Mickey Gray's
Across
penalty.
to Adams,
God, that's the
back
worst
to the
penalty I think
goalkeeper.
Sunderland have ever
Closed down by
taken.
Isidore, but Zetterstrom kicks it long, and it'll go all the way up the other end to.
That was a
Anthony
very
Patterson.
tired legs.
It's a
Mickey
clear,
Gray
dark
penalty.
night tonight,
Shaka Hislop didn't have to do
Cold.
anything, really.
but good night for football under the lights here at Pride Park, where we haven't been for a good number of years. 2018 we were last here, and remember that night well because it was a howling gale, pouring with rain. It was absolutely vicious, and Sunderland, against all the odds, won 4-1. Since then, the relative pathways of the both clubs have gone, well, they went a bit pear-shaped. Both spending some time in League One. Here's Hugh.
281. Hello, everyone.
Right-hand side. Drops it down towards Isidore, but it's poked out by Craig Forsyth.
14 minutes gone. Well, 15 minutes gone at my end.
Jogs back into.
Apart from Dennis Serkin hitting his shot over the bar, there's not really much going on, to be honest with you.
It's just about 20 yards inside the Derby half. Elder heads it inside to Thompson, and he plays it inside again to Caden Jackson. Serkin slipped. Jackson to Nathaniel Mendes Lang, and Nathaniel Mendes Lang played it on, looking for Yates, but it's cleared from the edge of the Sunderland penalty area by Luke O'Nien, and then out for a throw to Derby on the far side. 0-0, 17th minute, the ball comes back.
Yeah, 16 minutes, yeah, you're slightly ahead. I'm watching it on the stick. Greetings, Doug. Looks like not missed much, not really. Sunderland just trying to find rhythm here, I think.
To Elder again, rolls it back across the pitch. Isidore goes with him. Millwall 1, Cardiff 0.
It's not going to be easy tonight, of course. There's no easy matches.
Howdman tried to get the ball forwards, but it comes back.
Derby's not going to just roll over and let us go for it to get the win.
Will he reach it in the corner? No, he won't. It goes out behind for a goal kick. Patterson quickly goes and retrieves the ball off one of the cones behind the goal line, throws it down onto the 6-yard line, and placing it with his hand in the middle between the two centre halves, Chris Mepham and Luke O'Nien.
They're trying to press high as well, Derby.
Yeah, up towards the edge of the penalty area, but Patterson kicks right up through to the other end. Forsyth.
I don't think we've had any shots on target, Peter.
Admin. Watford 0, Preston
18
1.
minutes, says SG.
As Lefay, he feigned to play it to Serkin, but decided to take it himself, then wins.
Free kick.
Well, free kick Derby. He's fouled Mendes Lang by the looks of things. Or is it Adams? Adams is fouled. A free kick on the right of midfield inside the Derby half for the home team. Sunderland at home to Plymouth on Saturday, who tonight are at home to Burnley. Or tomorrow night home to Burnley. Here's Kane Wilson, plays it back to Forsyth in the middle of the Derby half. On to Liam Thompson, the 22-year-old, plays it wide right to Adams. Back to Forsyth at the edge of the penalty area to Elder. Closed down by Mayenda, out to Harness, trying to get Wilson away, but it rolls away. Into touch for throw to Sunderland. On the right. In front of Regis Labrise, Trey Hume to take, of course. And Hume looking for some movement. Eventually finds Neil, back to Hume. Taps it up to Rigg on the halfway line in the middle. Joe brings it down on the shoulder of Yates, and then is tripped by Jerry Yates after a lovely turn from Joe to engineer the space to get away.
Excellent play. But
then was just clipped and brought down. O'Nien quickly taken free kick to Mepham, out to Hume on this right hand side, back then to Mepham, and Mepham on the halfway line in the centre circle. He takes it into the Derby half, rolls it to Rigg on this right hand side, through to Hume, stabbed away by Howdman for Mendes Lang to find Kane Wilson, who's away on the left hand side, cuts it back in the middle. Yates a back heel to Harness, out to Mendes Lang on the left hand side, and now left edge of the Sunderland penalty area. He's tried to find Wilson in the box. He slips it through the legs of Hume, but straight to Anthony Patterson, who just leans over and picks the ball up. 0-0, 20th minute of the first half. I think Sunderland are going to have to be patient here.
They have to be patient.
Of course they have to be patient. Of course they have to be patient.
Are up for this game.
Not scored yet. This is embarrassing.
BBC Radio Newcastle.
20 minutes, says Mackham. Not champions stuff, says James. Chill, Michael. It's just getting going.
Chris Rigg, and now
Sasha Illich. Oh yes, it was Sasha Illich. Of course it was. Mackham down south. Thanks for correcting me on that one. Blenchy says, "Hey Cabby, remember he said Don't have a pop at Sunderland as it comes back to bite you. Haha, well look what happened to us. This is the one reason why I never used to say anything. No, you're right, Blenchy. You're right, Blenchy.
Loose ball. It's beaten to it, Rig, by Houdmin and the Dutchman.
And they were flooding the channel, weren't they, laughing at Sunderland missing the 2 penalties.
Caden Jackson over the halfway line for Derby County.
Just need to get a goal and we will get more and more into the game.
And he played it on to
Brand Gaiman says, hello, Cabby, mate. How you doing, mate? You alright?
Forsyth and then Elder. Just inside the Derby half.
Need the points as well.
Back again to Forsyth. Out to Elder.
The longer it goes 0-0, the more confident Derby will get, the louder the stadium will get, and the more nervy Sunderland will get, and the more impatient the fans will get.
Straight to Trey Hume, and now it's played across by Dan Neal. Lovely little touch inside from Lefay to Isidore. Isidore drives one at the goalkeeper. It came off his shin, I think. He didn't know much about it, but the goalkeeper managed to get behind the ball. It's eventually gone out for a throw on the right for Sunderland.
Excellent.
I must admit, Blenchy, I was surprised
some way out as well
with that scoreline with you and Bournemouth. Like I weren't expecting it.
Yeah. So Hume.
Welcome, 303 people in the channel now.
On the right hand side, a couple of chances then. Dennis Serkin's volley just over the bar. That strike from Isidore. Here's Hume trying to roll it into Isidore's path down the right of the penalty area, but Callum Elder will get the ball clear up to the halfway line where O'Nien
300 now. Just click the like button, hit the subscribe if you're new. Thank you.
Him. Now tries to find Lefay, and Lefay is showing some nice touches tonight. Yeah, plays the ball back.
Just heard Isaac's in talks with Arsenal and London, down London right now. Really? I know another poor start from the lads, says John. Chris Fox, he says hello, he says can I get a shout for Summer new Sunderland top? Hello Summer, new Sunderland top, new fan.
Rick has to get back and he tidies up, playing the ball back to Anthony Patterson, with Wilson advancing on that left hand side.
My daughter's called Summer. I wasn't. It's been coming. Our lads are knackered. Of course they are. They've had a superb run, Blenchy. Absolute.
Here the Sunderland fans again. Over in the
hey, Cabby, you've got adverts on from the start. Oh yeah, I have, yeah.
Heads it on now down the right wing, but stumbles over.
Cakewalk, this man. How are the lads? No, he isn't. Says Blenchy. Still 9 in a row. Impressive, Blenchy. Yeah, of course it is. In the Premier League as well.
Ball is retrieved by Callum Elder. And what are we waiting for here? Is Elder waiting for some Derby players to come a little closer? Throws it down the touchline. Hume flicks it down the touchline, and Thompson's tackled by Dan Neal to throw again to Derby County on this left-hand side. Paul Warne races out with a few more instructions. Elder on the shoulder of Mayenda gets the ball into the centre circle. An advantage played for a foul.
So would anybody be happy with a point tonight then?
Sam Allison.
I know, I would be furious.
Thompson, looking for a ball over the top for Harness, but Mepham beats him to it at the edge of the penalty area.
Defending. But they're looking for that ball over the top.
They're trying to get in behind, aren't they? But they've been unsuccessful so far. 24th minute, nearly 24 minutes played. Derby 0, Sunderland 0 here on BBC Radio Newcastle. Hugh on this right hand side.
Let's not get sloppy.
Plays the ball into the middle to Luke O'Nien. A reminder, tomorrow night Sunderland's under 21s.
No chance Cabby will need to win
in the International Cup.
Hello Daces, back in the UK. Hope glad you made it safely back, mate. Welcome along.
Jensen Silt is going to play for the under 21s on his comeback trail.
Not hard to play better in the second half, says James.
Rig and down to Hume, slips it through to Mayenda at the edge of the area, but the ball whipped off him and it's gone for a corner. First corner of the game falls to Sunderland as the ball was basically stabbed off Mayenda on the 18-yard line. Rig retrieves the ball here. Lefay has come across.
Quality of ball in.
So Sunderland's first corner on the right, and Rigg with Lefay. Hume is down here as well, the corner of the penalty area. The referee's just checking a bit of pushing going on, and it's taken short to Lefay. Back to Rigg. Rigg swings it in with his left foot, but straight to the keeper.
Sick, man.
It wasn't the best delivery. No.
Anti-climax. Our corners have been absolutely awful all season. Like, we are, Jonathan. We're terrible at corners. 101 likes. Thanks everybody for the thumbs up.
Passes it out to Elder, and then on down the touchline to Wilson.
Thanks for the subscriber, thank you. Durham says one day it's all going to come together and Sunderland will give some team a good spanking and get 5 goals. That's just my thoughts.
And now a corner off Trey Hume for Derby County.
Yeah, I think they just got
Packer says, Cap, I forgot to tell you, reported all my bullies and all them were made to apologise. That's fantastic news. If I didn't, YouTube would suspend them, so they'll have till Friday or they will lose their accounts. Well, that's tough on their behalf, but keep doing what you're doing, Packer.
Mendes Lang, Oxford 1, Luton 2. Liam Thompson back in midfield, and just outside the D is Houdmin. Plenty of white shirts inside that Sunderland penalty area, though. Sunderland in their red and white, as it's driven in towards the far post and headed over the crossbar.
So far, there doesn't seem to be any urgency from Sunderland at the minute.
And is running back up into the Derby half.
They haven't got out of first gear. We have not got out of first gear yet.
Sam Allison is having a conversation with Trey Hume. I'm not sure what that was about. Trey Hume was rubbing the back of the head, wasn't he? He was just rubbing the back of his head as the ball is rolled to Luke O'Nien by Patterson, who taps it back to Patterson, plays it out through the middle to Mayenda. It comes off him, a chase to get to it first. Job wins it from Harness.
It's coming, says Dennis. What, our goal, we're going to score. Dennis says it's coming.
And back again at the edge of the penalty area to Patterson, who passes it out to O'Nien. O'Nien now to Neil, gives the ball away to Thompson on halfway. He gets it back on that far side to Jackson, back to Adams, and back to the Derby goalkeeper, who's closed down by Isidore, and Zetterstrom gets the ball away on the left, headed away by Hume down to Rigg, who swings it into the middle but straight to Thompson. They're trying to win it back, Rigg, and he's done that. He didn't let it go, and Job now through the centre for Sunderland, scored against Derby in the game at the Stadium of Light. Force for Mayenda.
Yeah. Get in!
Mayenda!
Get in!
Yards on the right, rolls it under the keeper, and Sunderland take the lead in the 28th minute.
Yeah.
Excellent driving run.
Get in there!
Good pass. It's fallen to Mayenda on his weak side. He's right, but he's put it away.
That's what we want.
By
get in Mayenda though. Get in there.
And that's all come from Job's Rigg's perseverance.
He lost the
to
ball,
win the ball back.
His reaction was excellent.
Good finish, son.
Job's picked it up.
Yes,
a great driving run by Job into the heart of their defence. Good layoff. It's fallen to Mayenda. Good finish.
So Sunderland lead a goal to nil. Dan Neil and Trey Hume. Now there's a discussion with all the coaches down on the touchline. I don't know what that's about, as the Sunderland players, the rest of them are coming back up for the restart. But Neil and Hume, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 coaching staff on the touchline involved in that conversation. But Sunderland lead.
You know, excellent decision to play with the two strikers, because they've got the pace. They're going to trouble any back four in this division.
Yeah. And the first goal, we talked about this in the build-up, is very, very important tonight. It was important. Sunderland, I think, got it. Now.
Oh dear me. I will. I've just had to say to my daughter. I had to say to my daughter. And the wife's just gone to pick the kids from football.
Takes us total to 4 for the season.
Woo.
See what they're like confidence-wise now, Derby County.
Well, it's brittle, their confidence, we don't know. They started brightly in terms of possession, but have done nothing with it effectively. And Sunderland, as on Friday night, have sort of gradually grown into the game, haven't they? The advertising board's been corrected now for the Oxford United game here on February the 11th, not October the 11th. As Neil in the middle of the Derby half, out to Lefay, looking for Sirkin's run down the left wing into the corner, and it's put out for a throw to Sunderland. Lefay goes down to the corner, whip up the Sunderland fans over there in that corner. Derby 0, Sunderland 1. In the 31st minute now, Sirkin takes the throw, back to Joe. Joe under pressure from Thompson, holds him off. Slipped inside though to Mendes-Lang, and now Adams.
Derby City have let the side down, said Dennis. Change the score, Cabby.
Just drives up high in the air.
I have.
Floodlights back down again.
Sometimes the wife pops out, she's got to pick me 2 boys up from football training, and sometimes I have to see to my daughter, and I have to do other things.
Now with Elder back to Zetterstrom, closed down by
Burroughs 1-0 up.
With his left foot, kicks up to the halfway line. Hume heads it down to Rigg, inside to Miyenda. Miyenda lays it off behind him to Job. Yates is on his shoulder. Job's aware of him, plays it back.
That's what I wanted though. I want that breakthrough. Well done to Miyenda. So pleased for that.
In the outfield, he's wearing short sleeves tonight. Is Luke O'Nien? It's red and white short sleeves. Patterson always does, of course. Neil to Job.
Woo.
Job back to Mepham in the centre.
Who needs penalties, eh?
As the Derby fans trying to get behind their team now. Hume's cross is headed away awkwardly by Forsyth. It comes out to Harness on the left, and Mienda's on his case. Harness tries to play it down the line, and Neil tackles him. It's a throw to Sunderland. Kane Wilson can't believe it. Trey Hume comes forwards down this right-hand side to take the throw for Sunderland.
Just don't sit back on this goal, though. Don't sit back on a 1-0 lead.
Hume.
Finish him off.
Across, Riggs inside. Neil makes a run, but Mendes-Lang cuts in front of him. Finds Houdmin. He's trying to get away now on the left of central midfield in the Derby half, but Job wins it back before Harness gets his foot on it. He's gone down, caught. It wasn't a foul. He was just caught in the.
Hey, Paul Mellish is a long way to go.
Back up on his feet. No, it wasn't a foul. And now a yellow card for Job.
Oh, you're joking. 2 players are
honest to God.
the ball, man.
You just get a yellow card for having just physical contact these days, didn't you?
So Job picks up his 7th yellow card of the season. The 33rd minute. Derby 0, Sunderland 1. Throw to Derby, halfway inside the Sunderland half on the right-hand side. Taken by Adams. He's going to get the ball back.
What happened to him here? You're not there yet, lads, says Dennis. Oh, believe me, I know that. Let's not just sit on this score. Go for 4-5. Dennis, you're here to watch you win, fella. Confident bong. Return says, mate, he is going to be good. Maybe a Spanish international at some point. Finishing needs work. Rest good. David says, apparently we haven't lost against Derby since February. Shush! I'm not reading the rest of that.
Up towards the halfway line. Plays it back across here to Mepham. And Mepham on to Rigg. Hume is in the middle. Hume here on the right side of midfield. Plays it back to Mepham. Up onto the halfway line.
Every day without a laugh is a day wasted, says Dennis. Totally agree with you. I have a mad sense of humour. My favourite programme's The Fast Show.
Down the left of midfield in the Derby half. Out to Sirkin. Sirkin trying to come round Thompson. Lefay's inside. He taps it inside to Lefay, who tried to just flick it over the top for Sirkin to run onto. It's played out though by Caden Jackson, who gives the ball away, but it's won back then by Adams, who brings this out. Job tries to block him. Isidore trying to block Houdmin. Played out again to the right wing and back into the edge of the penalty area for Adams to clear. But it's picked up by O'Nien, back to Patterson. He taps it to Mepham. And now to
Mepham be class, wouldn't he?
Back to
351. Thank you. 353. Hit the subscribe if you're new. Much appreciated. Thank you. Keep hitting the thumbs up.
Leading 1-0. Job from Lefay. Back out to Lefay. Back onto halfway. O'Nien trying to
starting to chuck it down here
for a throw to Sunderland. which Derby took, overruling the assistant on the far side.
Yellow card
Play
for
goes
Job,
on.
man. I mean,
Mepham plays it
crikey.
out to Hume on halfway on the right. Meander, the goal scorer.
Normanski
Back
has
to
been
Hume,
watching the
out to
women's
Rigg.
games lately.
Now,
Now they
slipping it
physically,
through
the
again.
game
Nice
against
ball
Durham would have
to
finished
Hume,
five-a-side.
to the edge of the area, tried to square it. It took a deflection.
The
Comes
fee's
down
causing
eventually for
havoc.
Harness, and then Thompson, but he's beaten to it by Neil, who put him off. And Job bringing it forwards again to the left-hand side, the corner of the penalty area to Sirkin, looking for Lefay, who loses his man on the goal line, pulls it back, goalkeeper stabs it away, still not fully cleared. Now it's just slashed clear by Forsyth.
Unlucky,
And
good
a bit
play
of
again
last-ditch
by
defending from Derby.
Lefay again. Good feet.
He's tricky, isn't he?
Yeah.
Now with Hume on the halfway line, on the right, out to Rigg. Rigg just inside the Derby half, plays it back into the centre of the Sunderland half, where Patterson plays it out now to O'Nien. And the assistant on this near side crouching to check the line, Isidore and
Lefay's
Meander.
class-like.
But it's still on halfway with Sunderland. Isidore about to make a burst, but the ball played by Mepham out to Rigg. Rigg now trying to slide it through to Hume. Hume back out to
Just
the
left that defender
right
for dead,
touchline.
Lefay,
Chris
didn't he?
Rigg just inside the Derby half into Luke O'Nien in the centre. Now with Job again. A short pass inside into the middle to Lefay.
A lot of people are saying
over there. Here he is again. Gets it forward.
Lefay is more best in the centre.
Play goes on. He's got the ball back again, Job, from Sirkin.
This is the comedy channel, says Derek. Says Dennis, sorry.
And it's a free
Job
kick.
did well in the build-up.
20
Listening
yards
from
out on the
Houston,
left of
Texas.
midfield.
Hello, everybody, Houston, Texas. Yeah, we did do well there, Peter. Hello, Brian. How are you? I was laughing when we were 3-6 in a row, says
Broken
Michael.
the deadlock. Sunderland now enjoying most of the possession. We're in the
Dennis, are you joining the
38th
slow
minute
hand
now.
clap at SJP
Sam
on the
Allison
13th
just,
minute?
marching back 10 yards into the penalty area, where he wants Derby to.
Thanks
form
for the
wall.
4 subscribers. Thank you very much.
And he's over the ball with Chris Rigg at the moment, and Chris Rigg just waving, pointing. Mepham's up. Lefay steps back a yard. I think it is going to be. Is it going to be Lefay? Is he going to have a pop here from 23, 24 yards out? Referee blows. You heard that in the background there. And Lefay with his right foot, and a save by Zetterstrom. It's not gone out. It's put back in by Sirkin. Zetterstrom had a dive to his right. It was more for show than anything else. But it was a good effort from Lefay. It was on target.
Excellent effort.
And Zetterstrom had to make a save.
Deadlock broken at Pride Park, where Joe Bellingham drives through the middle of the park, picks out Meander, who can't miss from 6 yards. Hats off to the lads. Hats off to Meander.
And the ball with Kane Wilson, who loses it in the tackle to Hume. Picked up by Neil. Back to.
Can't sit on a 1-goal lead though, lads.
And Mepham now out to the right, getting away from Mendes Lang. On to Rigg. Rigg tackled though by Yates. And then a foul by Rigg on Kane Wilson, trying to win the ball back. Zetterstrom comes out to take the.
From the videos, it looks like Lefay can take a corner too. He just looks quality, doesn't he?
On the cold, damp pitch, and he's just holding the back of his head now and his stomach. So I think he's in the wars there.
Thanks for the 3 more subscribers. 3,555 subscribers. Thank you.
He looks as though he's winded more than anything else. He's picked himself up.
I used to watch the snooker all the time, Packer. Leeds only beat them 1-0 away.
I'm just saying, just calm down, just take your time. So Zetterstrom.
Sunderland don't think you've got this 1-on-1
free
now.
kick. Everyone pretty much in the Sunderland half. Sunderland forming a wall, a line of 10.
Hey Wally, I used to put my wheelie bin out. Well, it wasn't wheelie bins in the 80s in Sunderland.
Little back heel by Isidore to
I used to
Rigg,
put my metal tin bin out and my shell suit.
The fade, trying to get his foot on it, but all he does is take it out for a throw.
The good old shell suit. Reebok shell suit. I used to love my shell suit.
Enzo Lefay. Callum Elder comes back to take this throw in
Oh,
the
well,
40th
lads.
minute for Derby County, who trail 1-0 to Meyender's 28th minute goal.
Go on, Packer. Stay there for the rest of the match. We'll win 5
Down the
now.
line it goes. It's to Hume, who gets his right foot through it again, but it will be headed away by Forsyth. Back to Dan Neal, heads it on through the middle to Lefay. A bit of confusion in the middle there, and it's stabbed away by Thompson. Now Harness trying to get Mendes Lang away on the left
Thanks for the
wing.
subscriber.
Couldn't quite keep it in. It's a throw to...
No, wrong with the shell suit, mate, says Wally. They were lethal though if you dropped any fag ash on it, or... God, they
Hume
weren't very fireproof.
just wipes his mouth on his red and white shirt and throws down the line towards the halfway line. Onto the
Just
head
love
of
the banter
Elder,
between the
head of
Mackems and the
Rigg,
Geordies.
the right left foot of Forsyth into the middle, and it comes off the chest of Caden Jackson, and Isidore pushes him in the back. It's a free kick in the Derby County penalty area for the home team.
I think he was struggling a little bit there, Caden Jackson.
Coventry beating Blackburn, says
1-0,
SJ.
Sunderland 40. 1 minute's played.
Philip Stout says, get in.
BBC
How are the
Radio
lads?
Newcastle.
Keep the faith. We need that second though. We've got to keep
outside the penalty
going
area
for it
on the
though.
left-hand side. Jakob Zetterstrom, signed from Deer Gardens in the summer. Blackburn 0, Coventry 1, and the kick goes out. Ellis Sims with that goal for Coventry. 42nd minute here. Hume with the throw then, halfway inside the Sunderland half on the right-hand side, leading 1-0. And Hume to Neal.
You've got a sweet and shiny baldy head, man.
Forwards, but it crashed into a Derby player. Hume trying to win it back. Inside to Mepham. Swings it up to the halfway line.
Needs a shave, actually.
Elder heads it on into the centre. Caden Jackson gives it straight to Hume. Appeal for handball off his arm.
He's got a perm, absolutely, Wally. It's getting scrappy. You're going to get moments, aren't you?
Sunderland half.
The pitch is very, very poor. Watching from Costa Rica. Hello, Brian Dean.
Houdman has come alongside of him and taps the ball down the left wing to Kane Wilson. Wilson taking on Hume, edge of the penalty area.
Tackle.
Hume slides in as a corner to Derby, their second corner of the game.
Yeah, concentration here again.
Forsyth got his head on the last corner but headed well over. Forsyth is up again on the right hand side.
Make sure it's not a short one here.
And Mendes Lang, with Callum Elder.
You need somebody out, boys.
On the left hand side. Both arms raised in the air. It is tapped short to Elder. They try to close him down. The cross played in, headed down into the hands of Patterson.
We've got to get closer.
Headed down into the ground by Caden Jackson, up into the hands of Anthony Patterson, who has it at the edge of the area and rolls it to Mepham.
Dennis is alright, man.
44th minute
It's just all banter. As long as nobody's rude, it's alright, man.
First half, Sunderland leading 1-0.
Nobody's swearing or being nasty.
Brings the ball out, up to the halfway line. Then taps it to Lefay, back to O'Nien. Short pass through again to Lefay. Gets it
Come on, guys, kissing me. I'm more focused on the game at the minute, to be honest with you.
Comes back, twists away, and then plays it back to Neal in the centre circle. He leaves it for Mepham. Mepham down the right side of midfield, out to Rigg on the right. Wilson goes to close him down. Rigg drives it up through the middle. Adams clears into touch down the Sunderland right. Hume strolls back.
I do need another goal, Morris.
Paul Warren trying to gee his players up, rushing out of the dugout and clapping, bawling instructions. Hume with the throw. Down the right, headed in the air by Elder.
Kevin Ware, you're alright.
Gets on the end of it for Rigg, who plays it into the middle to Job. And now to Sirkin on the left-hand side. Sirkin inside again to Lefay.
Tell you what, Kevin Ware was a
and Sirkin goes down at the edge.
Good show with your father last night. I enjoyed that. Good crack.
Played out to Jackson again to try and play down the line to Yates, but Neal gets in front of him. Sirkin's back on his feet. Neal still has it. Still going, slips it through, but a little bit too hard for Sirkin, and it runs away behind.
David Wood can't get Sunderland match on, so watching Swansea, Sheffield United, and Swansea are doing well. Could have been 3-0 up, but it's still 1-0. Still expect Sheffield United to turn that round 1 minute at a time. It's not been the best of first halves.
Added on, we haven't had many stoppages really.
Not convincing from Sunderland, really. You put the metal bins out in the 80s, you should have put them out in the 70s full of coal ashes.
Goal kick.
Rock heavy,
Left
weren't
side
they,
of his
Peter?
6-yard box.
The days where everything just got chucked in a black sack and just hoided into the back of the wagon.
The kick again goes out, and I think Hume has just got a knock in the face. Just got caught as the ball floated over his head. He's on his knees, sitting up now. He's crouched.
It's half time.
The referee to see if he's okay.
Not convincing, but
he's on his feet again. Hume.
I'd rather gone in half time 1-0.
30 seconds of the minimum minute has passed. And it'll be a throw to Sunderland on the right. So we may get another 20-30 seconds added onto that minute. Hume then with this throw down the right side. It's slipped out of his hands in effect, but it's come back down to him, and he drives this on down the right touchline, hooked away by Forsyth back to the halfway line.
Oh dear.
Minimum minute, but I think we might get that little bit more as Mayenda tries to win it off Harness, but fouls Marcus Harness, and a free kick in the Derby half.
Aye, Kevin.
And that indeed
You should join us, mate, sometimes. You should join us.
Lead at the
Me and your
break
father, it'll be good to have you on.
1-0. Mayenda's goal in the 28th minute, well taken but set up.
Cheers for the shout out.
Perseverance, the tenacity of Rigg, who lost the ball, won it back.
William Babbitt says, look at you guys slapping Derby about.
Yeah, and you've got to say that first 45 minutes Sunderland have managed the game very, very well.
Nobody has the given right to hammer any team. You've got to work hard for it.
Much far the better team here. As it stands at 1-0, you always say they're still in the game, aren't they? They're still in the game.
They are, and you know, they're not giving up. They haven't let their heads drop. They are having.
I'll be muting it now because of the thingy. Now my son rang me before on my phone and my ringtone, and I bet you that strikes a friggin' copyright thing. I won't get a strike, but I'll have to trim it out in the video later on. It's an absolute nuisance. The Packer, I'm back. Have I missed much? No, not at all. Not at all, Packer. I'll still be happy with the 1-0 and 3 points. Yeah, but for our nerves and anxiety, I'd like 2 or 3 the second half, please. Defo will join me at sometimes. It's after 9 p.m. It's after 9 p.m. I'm in from work. Ah, right. You're in 9 p.m. What do you do, Kev, for a living? What do you reckon, Cabby? Have we done well? How have we done well first half? I think we're comfortable. We haven't got out of first gear, but we do look in control of the game. Not much chances, but we've got the goal. But do not dare risk second half think we're just going to sit back on that one goal, because it ain't going to happen. It's good morning from Australia. Great start. Let's keep it going, says Michael Gunning. Jack Reed says, wins a win, could do with another goal. Dragon Hunter, yep, got bullied, we did, says Blenchy. Dennis says, rightly so, we were poor. I sell windows and doors. Oof. I tell you what, you might be busy after Friday, Kev, because there's a storm coming right over the top of us. 80 to 100 mile an hour winds this Friday. So after the storm's passed, you might be busy selling a lot more doors and windows, mate. I'm going to have a look on the socials now. And I'm going to see what the socials are saying about that second half. I've got a funny feeling they will say expect a little better. So I read some comments. Here we go. For the halftime score, Stephanie says in full control, but can't seem to finish these types of games off early. Being such a poor game to watch, says Stephanie. Carl says come out quickly second half with the intent to score another, and that'll be game over. I still won't think it'll be game over at 2-0 up with us lot. Brandon says Laffy is by far the best player in this league, so composed and calm. Ruth says as well, Laffy is a great player. F me, says Marvin, how good is Laffy? Rigg needs to be dropped though. Love him, but he needs a rest. So there we go. What do you think? Does Rigg need to be dropped then? Does he need to be brought off? Thanks for the other subscriber as well. I was still after friggin' Peter, as far as I'm aware, Peter, yeah. I love the cold weather up here in Scotland. It just rains all the time here. Rain in Carlisle. Need to bury teams 3 or 4-0. Maybe another striker could help. Goals are going to matter at the end of the season. A second goal will do it tonight, says Dougie. Dennis says, I think it's just one of them things. I'm not worried about it. I think we'll stay up. Swansea were 2-0 up against us, and look what happened. So Sheffield United will still win. Blenchy says, honest question for Sunderland fans here. Do you think you can survive in the Prem when you have come up? As it's very hard for promoted teams right now. Oh, I dread to think. The gap's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger every single season, and you look at, do you want to get promoted to get thumped every single week? Should get the top 6 big teams out into a Super League and make it a bit more fairer. Oh, Sue, she wanted some toast. But yeah, the Premier League's just getting... Look, the gap's even growing in the Championship. It's getting to the stage where the top 5, top 6 is starting to pull away. The top 3, top 2 even in the Championship starting to pull away every season from the rest of the Championship. It's happening more and more and more now, where the teams coming down are just bouncing straight back up again. Dennis says, don't want a Super League. Blenchy, no, we need big investment. Westerlo just wants to squeeze us, says Wally. Just another ridiculous storm on Friday, says Doug. Dragon says, we will survive in the Prem if we buy 9 more of the fees. Fernie says, Blenchy, I think we will struggle with our team if we get promoted. We need to spend big time to stay up. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Your fella's got the Wonga. Lafee to get his first Sunderland goal in the second half. Friggin' not the answer, says Peter Wynn. We're looking for 21 years old. We have them already. Oh. I mean, you wish to get to the Premier League, don't you? I mean, look how ecstatic Southampton were when they beat Leeds United in the playoff final last summer. But has it been really worth it to just have that miserable season that they've had so far? Yes, the money's good and it's going to put you in a healthy situation, but it's not much entertainment values for the fans, is it? I mean, it's not. It's just the whole league from top to bottom, isn't it? I mean, even to compete in the bottom 7 of the Premier League, it's still miles ahead. First season back, won't be allowed to spend stupid amount of money. That's the thing, says Jack. It's annoying though, isn't it, when you look at the likes of Man City. You're richer than most Premier League teams, says Dennis. SJ, I'd like to see your fee score free kick. Yeah, absolutely, that would be good for Dean. Kingfisher, hello mate, you alright? Better late than never. Hey Cabby, how are the lads? Please like and subscribe. Thank you, Kingfisher. Thanks for the subscriber there. Thank you. Better than Derby away, says Dennis. Fernie says, when we went when we went up first season good, then second season horrible, losing most games. I've even heard some people say they'd be quite happy staying in the Championship because you win more games than what you're in the Premier League. But it's a valid question. It's the fact, like, could it be an embarrassment if Sunderland went up? They've been out that league for so long. I mean, if we did go up, would you want to see them get absolutely hammered every single week? I don't know. Norman says they should axe parachute payments, gives relegated teams a head start. I've said that for a long time. The rates run its hedge money, says return. Gummy Bear, hello. He says, if we did go up, we couldn't get at least half a decent player for 12 million. Not at all. Yeah, it says, Jack Dennis, you always have a good first season. Yeah, you're in the honeymoon period, aren't you? Wally says, I enjoy the championship, no VAR. Yes, says Dennis. Wally says, a 900k a week players' money has ruined the game. Blenchy says, I think Sunderland will go up this time. I hope you're right, Blenchy. But yeah, I mean, when you look at Haaland's on for 500k a week, and he's got a 10-year contract, I mean, that's just ludicrous. I don't know where I've seen it, but I've seen it somewhere where it broke down what he made annually, and what he made every month, what he made every week, what he made every day, to the point of what he made every hour. He even went as far down of what he makes every second. And I think it worked out to something around the lines of, I don't know, it's on somewhere, was it 40 odd pence a second or something? Or was it more than that? 80, 120. It could be 40 odd pence a second. Doesn't sound a lot, that, does it? But count to 3 seconds, you got 120. No, that sounds about feasible, that. 40p a second. If you earned 40p a second, if anybody's good at maths, if you earned 40p a second, right, how much would you earn in 24 hours? if you earned 40p per second, how much would you earn in 24 hours? As we all know, there's 60 seconds in a minute, 60 minutes in an hour. That's a one for anybody who's got any Carol Vorderman brains. Dennis says, seeing the Mackmans get battered every week is what it's all about. Parachute payments are just a cheat code for those teams, says SGA. The whole purpose of a team was to cushion the blow of relegation and having players on big wages. Jack says, we need to go up even if we do go down. Better for us in the long run to sustain Premier League football. Well, it is, yeah, but I just hope we didn't want to be going down like we did the last time. Return says, how do Forest spend so much? There are so many questions when you look closer. Connections, big money. Norman says, Blenchy, automatics or playoffs. SGS says, now these teams just use them to bounce up and down the leagues and collecting the cash. Gummy Bear said he's on 800k with add-ons. I mean, that is ludicrous, isn't it? I mean, away, man. Well, it's not the player's fault. It's whoever decides these wages. I mean, I do think there should be a wages cap. I definitely think there should be a wages cap in the Premier League. Because which other club's going to compete with 800k a week? I mean, it's just ridiculous. Blenchy says, Norman, automatic, I see you winning the league. Oof, what's a big statement, Blenchy. I see us winning the league. I don't know. It's going to be tough. Etienne says 576 quids for 24 hours. Sounds about right, that, actually. So you got 576 times, I haven't got a calculator, 30, say, that's a lot of money, isn't it? I might be wrong, I might be on that. Tony says we need more goals to improve our goal difference, as it's the worst in the top four. Wally, if we don't go up, Job, Rig, Hume, Neil, all the clubs will come sniffing. Haaland is on about 900k a week, says Fernie. Keith says, no, it will be an embarrassment. We strive to be as good as we can or stop playing. Keith from South Africa. Hello, Keith. Etienne says, yeah, 576 quid for 24 hours. 86,400 seconds in a day, says Norman. Dennis says, new system coming in means you'll be able to spend 200 odd million a season. It's the anchoring system starts next season. Peter says, if you look at the time, we went up with 2 decent strikers, Quinn and Phillips. Have we got the firepower today? And of course, we finished 7th off top in 2 consecutive seasons there. We had a great side. Gummy Bear says, Ben Foster was talking about it on the podcast. SJ says, the Vultures will no doubt trying to pick off our team if we don't get promoted, but I doubt we'll sell them all. There'd be a big overhaul otherwise. Blenchy says, Job needs to stay. It's the best place for him to learn while he's young. Moving on now could kill his career. Paul says £49.60 a minute if it is 50k a week. That's nuts, isn't it? That's almost as much as what you're on, Paul, isn't it? The score is important. The 3 points is all that matters. Paul says 86,400 seconds per day. 40 seconds equals 34,560. That's just nuts. Nuts.
6 degrees.
Oh, don't rub it in.
4 degrees here in Derby. I know where I'd rather be.
Don't rub it in, Stephen.
As
I think we've still got an AC/DC playing at Pride Park. No chance we'll win the league. Just hope we can keep up with the top 2. Then when we play each other, we can take advantage. Second half, it's got Leeds is the big ask. There's a long way to go.
Sunderland leading through that Mayenda goal. A clearance from Sunderland, which is headed away by
thanks for the 2 subscribers.
Adams,
thank you.
The Gambian midfielder who's playing as right back tonight for Derby County. He puts his right foot through it again.
Isaac's on 150k.
Stabbed out by Sirkin.
It makes that sound pathetic, doesn't it, Blenchy?
Derby, halfway inside the Sunderland half, which is brought down by Harness, who holds off Lefay, and back to.
But you can understand why the likes Isaac, if he wanted to go, if he's on 150k a week at Newcastle, and there's another club in the Premier League offers him 800,000 a week. How are you going to compete with that?
Rugby commentator on BBC Radio Newcastle.
But anyway, second half. How are lads? Come on.
So we'll leave that there. The ball away down the left here. Lefay trying to get it away from Adams. It's nodded down by the Frenchman for a throw to Derby County. Just a few yards from the corner flag on the right-hand side. Derby 0, Sunderland 1 at the start of this second half. And Adams with the throw down the line. Caden Jackson heads it out. Sunderland, Patterson in goal. Hume, Mepham, O'Nien and Sirkin has come back to Mepham here. Rigg, Neil, Job, Lefay, Mayenda and Isidore is the starting 11. Derby, Zetterstrom in goal. Kane Wilson, who's normally right back, playing left back. Ebu Adams, who's normally
come on, you Rams,
10,
says Dennis. No.
Right, and then the two
Dennis Nor's just joined the chat.
Callum Elder. The midfield is Marcus Harness, Kenzo.
Thanks for the subscriber. Thank you.
Trying to get forwards here with Liam Thompson in midfield and Nathaniel Mendes-Lang on the right with Caden Jackson and Jerry Yates playing up front. Yates on loan from Swansea City. The ball back with Forsyth just inside the Derby half. It's played down the left towards Mendes-Lang and then back again here to Elder, who pushes it down the left touchline again and trying to get away. Mendes-Lang is tripped by Chris
Coventry
Frick,
too, are they?
and it's a free kick to Derby County just inside the Sunderland half.
Yeah, Norman's just
Well,
put
the
up.
next goal is an important goal. If Sunderland
Got
get anything
Burnley
to
v
this,
Leeds, Leeds v
it could
Sunderland, Sheffield United v
be
Leeds, and
curtains
Burnley
for
v Sheffield
Derby
United.
County, but if they get themselves back
Mackham,
in the
Sheffield
game,
United are leading
could
2-1.
be
Yeah,
very
there's
interesting.
no surprise there at all. I was expecting that.
Blackburn 0, Coventry 2.
I was expecting that.
Score in the Championship tonight. And now Swansea 1, Sheffield United have equalised at Swansea 1-1. Sunderland pushing out their defensive line, good 23-24 yards into midfield. Jerry Yates is a mile offside at the moment, and he, as the free kick is taken, has drifted into the centre, and the ball is headed away.
Oh, it's 1-1.
Chris Rigg
2-1 to Mackham.
into the middle of the Sunderland half, where Thompson tries to get the ball down, and Houdmin puts it out for a throw to Sunderland on the far side.
You suspect Sheffield United going to go and win that game.
Easily said
And
done,
if it's anything like the first half, Patterson shouldn't have a huge amount to do, because they are lightweight up front, Derby, tonight. But I hope I haven't tempted fate with that. So here's Hume with his throw for Sunderland. The Sunderland fans in the corner over on the far side, and a long throw down the line from Hume, headed on by Wilson, looking for Mendes.
I need bother Blenchy, man. Need bother Blenchy.
I was looking for the ball.
So we've got this familiar situation we got here tonight, is that we're so low down. Oh, so Nyan's caught by harness. He's going to get a yellow card here.
A yellow card.
We're so low down, the floodlights are low as well, and it's causing it's like a mist, isn't it, in front of your eyes. It's actually quite difficult to see what's happening on the far side of the pitch, which seems ridiculous, bearing in mind how close we are to the pitch, but it is having that effect. Swansea City down to 10 men now, and it's Harry Darling that's been sent off for serious foul play. Free kick then wide on the left here, Lefay and Rigg at the moment standing over the ball, as are
after you,
Liam
Burnley and
Thompson.
Sheffield United, we have decent remaining games.
5'7", 22-year-old midfielder, drafted in tonight by Paul Warne, and also Caden Jackson. Sam Allison, the referee, is marching them back 10 yards. Thompson and Jackson, who will take the free kick? Rigg or Lefay? Lebris looks on, fairly relaxed, hands deep in his pockets.
I mean, how
and
confident
swings
would you
from
be
side
if
to side.
Sunderland made the
And it's
playoffs?
going to be Rigg with his left foot, edge of the area, headed down by Abu Adams. It drops.
Thanks for the
harness to
subscriber,
clear.
thank you.
And then Mepham in the centre circle, nodding it down to Dan Neal.
Norman says,
who
I
hooks
think
it
Burnley
high in
hold
the
the
air,
key
looking for
personally, as they still have to play
Still
Leeds and
up
Sheffield United
for
both at
Sunderland
home.
at the edge of the Derby penalty area. And getting back is Hume on halfway to steer the ball back to Anthony Patterson. Lefay wants it on the left wing.
I mean, them two penalty misses by Isidore, that could come back and haunt Sunderland, couldn't it? Massively.
It towards Joe, who takes it
Massively.
chest, manages to get his foot to it, but it's into the path of Thompson, who lays it off to Mendes-Lang. Mendes-Lang, Lefay behind him, and gets a foot on it, but Jackson, his cross is blocked.
Goal
by
kick.
Sirkin. It's a goal kick.
Excellent. Great defending.
Caden Jackson left frustrated.
Lefay got took to Jackie White's market for some pigs trotters, apparently, when he first arrived in Sunderland, so he's been looked after.
Here's Luke O'Nien.
Teams will drop points in the Championship, of course they will. Think we'll get 95 points this season, says Fernie.
Headed away by Callum Elder.
Dennis Snow, keep going Dennis, you will...
Sunderland on that.
Me. Julian says, hi Cabby, I'm studying today so I can't stay on the stream. Hope you have a good week and hope you're well today. Hope well, and I hope we'll win today. Thanks Julian Gonzalez for popping in. Dragon Hunter says, I love the banter for the Mags, keeps it fun.
Who drives a good ball down the left wing looking for Lefay.
Doesn't bother me, banter. Like I say, as long as it's not like really nasty and abusive, doesn't bother me.
Well done.
Just to
Excellent
turn it
work.
into touch.
Excellent work.
Thanks for the subscriber.
Yeah, he puts a shift in the lad.
I'll pick up loads of Geordies in my taxi even when I'm driving around in Carlisle.
And he's also
And I always wear my Sunderland top.
willing to come
The
back
banter's funny.
as Derby look to build from the the back again here on the left.
Oh, nice one, Packer Andrew. Thanks for that, mate. I'll have a look at that video. I'll give you some comments on your video. Thanks, man.
Wilson inside now.
Keith says we have taken 4 points off Burnley. Why do we fear them? No, well, we don't.
He taps it out into midfield to Houdmin. And then out wide
Tapley
again.
Saunders, anyone know
Elder.
any other way to watch the lads besides Sky
Slipped
Sports
inside
from the USA?
to
And I don't know where to watch.
Thompson.
You're from the USA?
Leaves it,
Usually
gets
they
it
have
back
all the
again,
games for free,
and then
Tapley.
rolls it across the halfway line to Adams on this right-hand side. In the 54th minute, Jackson back to Adams, and he lifts it down the right onto the head of O'Nien, who finds Job, and a whistle from Sam Allison for an infringement. O'Nien, was he pushed slightly, or was he meant to head that away? It's a free kick, which Luke O'Nien's going to take.
Don't blame people for having the sticks because Sky are just robbing people. TNT Sports, Amazon. You need 6 subscriptions to watch a season.
Alleged infringement, whatever it was, took place.
I'm from Botcherby, Carlisle, says Thomas. Good old Botcherby. Always driving around there.
Derby are looking at making changes, as many as 3 maybe. In the second half, 54th minute, and the ball comes down.
Very, very
Adams
quiet
right,
second half, mind.
and he swings it up over the head.
Thanks for the subscriber.
Yates, and back from Mepham.
Nicola Johnson says
he called for Patterson to come out and get it, but Patterson stood his ground.
90
And
points
now Mepham
may
plays
not be
it
enough
back
for automatic
to
promotion.
Patterson, and he plays it to O'Nien. And now on the left, Circuit.
Richard Newton, Oi Mackham from Kuwait. Those 2 penalty misses could be deciding factor. I know.
And then
Derby's making 3 subs. Cabby's Red and White Army Cheers Kingfisher.
Lars Jorgen Salverson. That's one of the 3.
Swansea
changes
down to 10 men, are they? Oh,
that,
for God's sake.
Derby County going to make their new signing in this window. Scandinavian forward.
Did you hear the one about the Mackham fish? It drowned.
On the right here.
I've heard it wasn't a very good swimmer. It should have really swam under
8 yards in from
a bridge when it was raining to keep dry.
1-0 still. Also
Blackett Taylor
coming on is
Cheers,
it's
Packer.
Jack Rooney, is it? As the ball played up, or is it Blackett Taylor?
If Sunderland
The
get
ball
too
played
cocky,
up into the penalty area, drops for Mendes.
Great block.
Shot block by Mepham. It's a corner to Derby.
if Sunderland get too cocky thinking they've won this on a 1-0, they won't win it tonight, I'm telling you
Their
now.
third corner of the game on the left-hand side. Ben Osborne's going to come on as well. He played at the weekend in the 2-0 defeat.
If we're going to be clever sods thinking, oh, we've won this on 1-0, then we won't win it.
Right, who's going to come on? As the ball from the corner is won back the short corner by Sunderland, and Isidore is away. Isidore still going, edge of the area, goes round the defender and then tries to shoot, and somehow Zetterstrom has got his body behind it and knocked the ball behind for a corner. Sunderland nearly 2-0 up.
Yeah, excellent run by Isidore.
Cheers, Oliver. Keep it going. Lads, great stream, thank you.
Ball from
Jonathan says Isidore misses again.
So 3 changes imminent now for Derby County. Salverson, Osborne and Blackett Taylor will come on. Corner for Sunderland from the right hand side. Sunderland leading in the 57th minute 1-0.
Tell you what, he's got some pace, Isidore, and nobody can catch him, can they?
Cleared comfortably by Callum Elder, and O'Nien has to put it back down the right wing. There's a push on the back of Rick, and the referee says no foul.
We do need another.
Up quickly, and then eventually it's won back by Liam Thompson. He goes down, no foul, says Sam Allison.
Shout out to Iceland. Get behind the lad rather than having a pop, says Norman.
And it's Houdmin
Tense
who
this
gets
half,
the
need
ball away
another.
to Dan Neal in front of Mendes Lang, and then Neal gets round the Dutchman, but Mayenda looked like
I can see this being 1-1 if we don't get a hold of this and get that second.
No free kick.
Telling you.
Neal's furious. He's having a word with the referee. Substitutions being made now. Jackson's coming on.
Cow heel and vinegar. Like pickled pig's feet, Looty.
Salverson replaces.
Why do we always play goalkeepers?
place
who
by
make the
Blackett
game of
Taylor.
their life. They do. Referee FFF, come on.
So the 3 changes made.
I said SJ, this will finish 1-1. If we didn't get that second, we're not gonna. If we're going to be cocky thinking we've won out at this stage, dangerous game to play.
14th minute of the second half. So just short of the hour. We're underway again. And Derby County and Paul Warner freshen things up here. Wilson in the middle. Gets it out on the left to Blackett Taylor. Immediately trying to put Trey Hume under pressure, but Hume wins the ball back off.
Look at
the former
Meander.
Aston Villa man. And Meyender's looking to try and break on the left wing. Wilson slipped, and Meyender's away on the left, plays it back behind him to Dennis Sirkin, and back again to Luke O'Nien on the halfway line. He squares it to Mepham. Mepham has got the Scandinavian long-haired Salverson, his hair tied in a ponytail in front of him, and he's chasing this loose ball. And it's played out by Patterson.
Thanks for the
right
subscriber.
wing, up to the halfway line. Oxford
Time for a
2,
penalty
Luton
to the
2.
Rams.
Lefay was looking
Oh,
for it,
Dennis.
and now it's with
No.
Rigg.
09 will
The
score
battle
an own
with
goal.
Elder,
Hope not.
and it's a Derby throw.
What does it say on the label of a Geordie's Lasses Knickers next?
He was playing at left back, but he's gone to right back now.
Yeah, Wilson's out on the right now, you're right.
It's funny, before the penalty, everyone had praise for him.
Adams is still
Isidore said
behind him.
stealth.
So is Adams playing as a...
He's a player.
Need to get the second goal, otherwise I'll grow in confidence the longer this goes
Yeah,
on.
Adams is a
Sunderland
centre-back
supports.
alongside
Sounds
Forsyth.
fantastic, it does, Connor.
And Elder's playing as left back. Here comes Forsyth up to the halfway line for Derby, looking for Blackett
So the noise is
Taylor.
increasing in
Sunderland
Pride
back by
Park.
Sunderland.
They're feeling
Their
confident.
formation. Lefay's gone in the middle.
Meyender's come out wide,
Yeah.
isn't
He's playing in like a 10 roll.
he? Yeah.
Lefay.
So Lefay in there with Job, and Meyender left. Here's Sirkin on the left wing as well. And here's Job. He's got Meyender ahead of him on the touchline.
Will this
Job's
move us
still
up the
going down
table
that
if we
left
win?
side. Meyender
Just
wide
depends
now.
if the other
Wilson
results.
inside him.
Come on, man, get
Meyender
that
slips it
second
inside
goal, I
to
know.
Job. Back down the left of the penalty area to Sirkin. Tries to pull it back, and it's cleared
Corner.
for a corner by Forsyth. Suddenly got very lively out on the pitch in the 61st minute. BBC Radio Newcastle, Sunderland leading 1-0, and Lefay is going to take this corner on the left-hand side. Rigg coming across as well.
It's a very scrappy second
Sunderland
half,
fans
like.
you can hear away in the far corner. Keeper trying to make himself big. He's big enough as it is, 6'6". Zetterstrom now.
Good delivery. That's what he wants. It's all going on.
Isidore pushed down to the floor. He picks himself up. The referee's in there, keeping an eye on things. He's called out Isidore and Adams to him. And now he's had a quick word with the pair of them. And Lefay ready to take this corner on the left-hand side for Sunderland.
Good delivery.
So the Frenchman drives us into the near post. Spectacular header in the air from Adams. It drops at the edge of the penalty area here from
well done,
Rigg,
Chris, Rigg.
trying to put the ball back in and wins another
Great
corner.
touch. Great touch.
Matt, these corners
Derby
count,
haven't got
man.
the ball clear, and it's going to be Lefay again who takes the corner on the left. Watford 0, Preston 2. Watford, who this season have been
Watford's
very, very
terrible.
strong at home, losing at home to Preston. Sunderland winning 1-0 here at Pride Park. A lot of red and white shirts in the Derby penalty area. It's taken
Tapley
short
says
the corner.
Isidore needs a
Hume
goal
now
to gain
Lefay,
some
who
confidence.
tries to slide it in to
Come on,
Sirkin
Sunderland,
at
please
the
like and
left side
subscribe.
of the penalty area.
Thanks, Kingfisher.
But, Derby managed to get the ball.
Olafor Sigurdsson says, I enjoyed watching the Netflix series. A lot of lows, but a lot of highs in the end. Hopefully Premiership soon.
Now Hume pushed off the ball, and the ball slipped inside by Houdmin and across to Blackett Taylor. on the left. deep
Cabby,
in
I'm
the
live tomorrow night,
Sunderland
Champions League
half.
Cup
Howman wants it back
game,
again on
FC
the
25.
right.
Ah,
Blackett
superb. I
Taylor's
might
taking it
tune
down
in,
to the
Packer.
goal line, pulls it back here, and there's a bit of pulling, and eventually it's put over the top by Howman from 17 yards.
And that's what will cost Sunderland if they start getting sloppy. You know, Trey, continue doing the right things.
Patterson's kick quickly, looking for Isidore.
So come on, Sunderland. We've got more than this to make it 2-0, haven't we?
Inside now to Marcus Harness.
Surely, God.
And Harness, Howman wants it on the right.
And Dennis says, stinking it out with a 1-0.
Blackett Taylor, Rigg backing off him. Blackett Taylor crosses, and it's Salverson's header. It's punched away by Patterson. Diving to his right.
Derby's getting nearer and nearer and nearer and closer.
Got his head on the end of it, and Patterson had to punch it clear.
And that's all come from, you know, Anthony Patterson trying to have a quick break. You know, we were in control of the ball.
Yeah.
Derby's starting to get more confident now, aren't they?
3 at the back.
So still 1-0 to Sunderland. But the changes that Paul Warne have made have certainly fired up Derby. Sunderland are going to weather this. And the throw on the far side from Hume, looking
We'll
for
see an
Isidore.
equaliser coming soon, like, if we don't put our socks up.
Hooking it back over the top, but it'll be Mepham who gets in front of Yates.
Yeah, it was a great save from Pato. Definitely needs some subs.
Adams to Osborne.
Well done.
One back by Lefay. And now Rigg. Joe on the centre spot, through the middle for Rigg. Rigg skips round Adams, runs low into Harness. And Derby
SJ, what subs would you use?
Over to the left to Elder. Down the left wing to Blackett Taylor. Blackett Taylor, was he caught by Hume?
Oh, no,
the
he
assistant
dived there.
finally raises his flag for a throw to Derby County.
In the blue we trust.
We're in the 65th minute. And a throw from Elder. Down the line. And it's nodded down for Salverson to
Ballard
try and
coming
get
on.
O'Nien, but he gets it in the air. Down
Riggs
the
been
right.
quiet, mind, hasn't he?
In the end,
Ballard's
Mepham
Come on,
throw
Sunderland, we
to
need that extra
Derby
ball.
County again.
Ballard's going to come on.
Yeah, you're right. Hull 0, Queen's Park Rangers 1.
They certainly are, Mackham. Well, they're going to. They're only 1-0 down.
Here, Sunderland.
Yeah.
And the ball out for a throw again to Derby. They take it quickly. Yates trying to nod it down. Mepham heads it behind. It's a corner to Derby. As Sunderland trying to get Ballard ready. Short corner again. Blackett Taylor into the penalty area. Low block. Shot. Cleared again from Jobe. And now Isidore again goes sprinting out. Out comes the goalkeeper almost to the centre circle. Passes the ball away.
Roberts coming on.
Side, and it's swept up into the Sunderland penalty area and then hooked back over Hume's head into the middle of the Sunderland half. It hangs in the air, comes down for Wilson, shows too much of it to O'Nien, who just smashes it up to the halfway line. And now Adams.
You see, this is why I doubt top 2 with Sunderland. The way we're making hard work the likes of tonight.
So there'll be a double substitution by the looks of things for Sunderland. Ballard's just put a bib back on.
You certainly are, Ryan.
Neil through to Rigg. To Lefay, sorry, in the middle of the Derby half. Harness wins it back. Neil, an advantage played after a foul by Neil for Derby. Yates coming out with the ball to Blackett Taylor on the left wing.
David Jackson, I think that was the Bolton game where Johnson, the manager.
Another header palmed away by Patterson, almost identical to the previous one. So it's 2 saves from Patterson, from Salverson. And it's still 1-0.
What's the matter with us, like? What is the matter with us?
And Sirkin will head this ball away on the right, but it comes back.
Yeah, we're
down to
inviting them on. We're
He
inviting them
crosses,
on.
And it's headed behind by Mepham.
There's just belief round Pride Park, isn't it?
It is, and Derby fans sensing it's their moment. Osborne tried to take a quick corner,
Anthony
but Patterson's down. He is trying to keep this game.
Aye, it was Bolton,
Slow
aye.
it down. Patterson's getting treatment. I don't think Derby
Sheffield
will be
United
pleased about this,
2-1, always going to be
all
the case.
Sunderland players heading back to the dugout as
It's all
well.
going
That will
poop,
just
says
further
Dennis.
Annoy Derby. Patterson still receiving treatment. His left leg, it's like it's being.
It's taken some
stretched as if he's got
stopping
cramp.
Sheffield United and Leeds, aren't they?
Referee Sam Allison wants everyone back. Swansea 1, Sheffield United 2. Remember, Swansea playing with 10 men as well. And you can hear the frustration amongst the Derby fans. It's swung back in their favour in the sense that they feel they can get back in the game. If Sunderland can score a second goal, that will quell that, I think. But what they can't afford to do is concede a goal. Ballard and Roberts are going to come on. Ben Osborne's going to take this corner from the right.
Concentration here.
Sunderland
Oh,
lead 1-0.
where's Sunderland, man, for
We're in the
God's
24th
sake.
minute of the
What's the
second
matter with
half.
yous?
Might need some.
Sitting back
Taken
again, asking for
short,
trouble. We
and
are,
it's
Brian.
Blackett Taylor on the right, trying to dribble in, and
Well
Meander blocks it. Another corner.
It's been nothing but Derby for the last 15 minutes.
Derby.
Make sure you switched on here. No short corner.
Short
There you
corner
go.
again.
Short corner.
Osborne to Blackett Taylor. Blackett Taylor back to Osborne out in midfield now, and he tries to dink it up into the penalty area with his left foot, headed away by Hume on the far side. Salverson will run onto this and pull it back for Elder, who's blocked on the goal line. Another corner to Derby. Sunderland can't get the substitutions made yet. Ballard's still standing with his blue bib on. Osborne over on the far side with this seventh.
It's just
Derby
what you
corner,
call
again
belief.
short to Blackett
The
Taylor.
longer it
Back
stays
again
just
into
1-0,
midfield
they're going to get
Hartman.
more confident as the
Looking to
game
get it
gets on.
into Wilson, but
You
cleared
can tell by
by
looking at the Derby County
Sunderland
players'
offside.
faces there. They've
Comes
got the
across
game
here to
face
the
on.
touchline with
They're,
Adams.
they're,
Down
they're
the
wanting
line
it
to
more than us
Wilson.
at the minute.
Wilson now, Hume.
They're looking
in front
hungry,
of him, on the
Derby
right of the
County.
penalty area. Wilson's cross blocked by Hume for another corner to Derby County.
His hamstring's gone. Wilson's hamstring's gone.
Kane Wilson's
Yeah.
hamstring's gone.
Yeah.
He's saying to the bench, wait a minute, but he's definitely clutching the back of his left leg, and he's gone down now. And so Derby now slow the game down because this hamstring
How many
injury to Kane
substitutions
Wilson.
have they made? Three?
Three. Hull 0, QPR 2, Oxford lead Luton 3-2. 1-0 to Sunderland here at Pride Park. We're in the 71st minute.
It's performances like this that do
Just
not
gotta
fill
ride
me
it.
with hope
Just
about
gotta
top
see
See
two.
this through.
Yeah.
It really, really is.
If we could get a goal on the breakaway, would be huge for Sunderland. Ben Osborne again, Derby-born midfielder, who's played for
Blackett Taylor's
rivals
made a
Nottingham Forest.
difference since he's
He's come in on that left side. They're
Yeah.
really trying to get it through him, aren't they? Short corners all the time up until now. We'll see what Ben Osborne does with this one. Roberts and Ballard warming up again. Kane Wilson still lying on his back, receiving treatment in the penalty
If
area.
he's done his hamstring, he's no way he's going to continue.
It looks like they're
He will
going to
have
make
to
the
go.
change. Look, someone's readying themselves. In fact, it might be a double switch for Derby here.
It's not our Wilson Kingfisher, it's their Wilson, believe it. Honestly, that's what I thought.
Down the touchline.
Is
Looks
that
as though
Dejean Brown?
it's Dejean Brown, who
Who's
of
that
course was at
Gateshead,
Gateshead on loan at the
Oh, we're
second
Sunderland, man,
half
for
of last
God's
season.
sake. What's the matter with you?
And also coming on is Tom Barkhuizen. So Wilson's coming off.
In fairness, it works for them, says Norman. 378 now watching.
Kane Wilson then
Hit that
the
subscribe
right
button
back.
if you're new. Thank you. And click the thumbs up button. Thank you very much.
So Brown comes on for Yates.
They're going to score, SG. It's just a matter of time. If we're not going to start up in our ante.
31-year-old.
They've got to be watch this short corner here.
They look like Blackett Taylor's on the right-hand side here.
Switch
At the
side.
corner of the penalty area, the substitution.
We will have to up our game to get anything. We'll do, John.
And it's a header from Dejean Brown, just wide. He got up, he got contact, but just past the post. And now Ballard and Roberts should come on for
Oh, for
Sunderland.
God's sake, this is uncomfortable.
So 1-0 still to Sunderland.
I think Lefebvre and Chris Rigg will come off. Do you think?
Let's see.
Substitutions now for Sunderland.
The first to come off. As Sam Allison's just strolling back across. As Mayenda. Yeah, Roberts coming on for Mayenda.
Mayenda off. That was so close to them. Derby couldn't score on a Geordie Brothel, and there's plenty over there. Roberts on, you know it's coming, Dennis. Sirkin off, Ballard on.
So,
squeaky pump time. Shouldn't be, Dougie. Shouldn't be squeaky pump time.
Comes off. Roberts heading off to the right.
Sunderland have just been pinned back in their 118-yard area for the last 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It's not good enough.
So they sacrificed a striker here.
Will the happy clappers say, oh, it'll be a good point if we draw 1-1, we've not lost.
Ball played down to Isidore, who can't control it halfway inside the Derby half.
Stadium attendance is 27,441. 27,441.
The ironic cheers from Sunderland. The attendance.
In the corner with Luke O'Nien, who plays it off Brown. It drops then for Houdmin, but O'Nien wins it back in the corner, and it comes up into Forsyth, but won back by Rigg, tackled by Osborne, and the ball rolls back into the Derby half to Adams. 27,441. You'd have heard the
Medius Labrie just there with his hands in his pockets.
System. We're in the 75th minute, so a quarter of an hour or so to go. There'll be, I think, 3 or 4.
There's no wrong with cheesy chips, Dennis. Bloody lovely. Don't tell me you've not had them.
Wilson.
I like with a bit of vinegar as well, a bit of peas pudding on the side.
There's the ball back on the left with Barkhausen, I think it is, on to Forsyth.
This isn't a good second half shown from Sunderland, this like. We've got to get out of this game at some point, surely, God. It will be a good away win from home. Camper, we're hanging on to that win at the minute.
Has made a run out to the left-hand side. He's played it out to Lefebvre, Chris Rigg, in front of Regis Lebris. And it's played back as Rigg slips down and he picks himself back up to Dan Ballard. Across to Mepham. Dejon Brown goes to close him down. On to Hume.
Ryan Jones says, this is the type we should be winning 3 or 4-0.
Dan Neil.
We've got players to kill the game off though, Droofy.
Out wide to Lefebvre. And Lefebvre with O'Nien on the overlap down the left. He plays it to O'Nien. And he tried to slide it into Job in the penalty area, and Job gets to the goal line, pulls it back, and there's a foot out from the goalkeeper.
This is why Sunderland still need that experienced striker up front, like.
And it's put back in by Hume, but into the arms of Zetterstrom, the Swedish goalkeeper. 76th minute, Derby 0, Sunderland 1. Away come Derby again, playing it out from the back. Ebu Adams slips it inside to Houdmin. He gets it back to Zetterstrom, passing it out to Forsyth, and Forsyth looks up, just lays it off on the left-hand side.
You've got to earn the right to do that, Norman.
Zetterstrom.
I mean, let's give it to Derby. They're making a fight of it.
Adams has got Barkhausen down the line here, and Adams in the end forced to go back to Zetterstrom.
Are you enjoying yourself, Dennis? That's all that matters.
Playing it out again from the back. Forsyth, Elders wide on that left touchline. It's Druinot looking for Dejon Brown, headed away by Hume. Marcus Harness on the shoulder of Dan Neil. Neil gets the ball to Roberts, gets it back inside to Neil. Now Job in the middle, lifting it over the top. Now Isidore, it looks as though he's offside. It's come to Lefebvre. Lefebvre now trying to bring it down. It drops for Isidore. Off the underside.
Goal! Get in!
2-0. And Isidore
get in!
Smashes it in off the underside of the bar. And in the 77th minute,
get in!
Sunderland may well have won the game.
Excellent finish by Wilson Isidore. But you've got to say, he did look offside, didn't he?
Watched and watched.
I don't care.
Oh, it's back to 1-0, it's offside.
But it didn't. Lefebvre did what he had to do as well. Lefebvre broke.
Oh, he's given offside now.
They've ruled it off.
Offside.
Oh my
They've
God.
now ruled it off for offside.
How late was that?
It took an extraordinary amount of time.
Unbelievable.
There's no VAR here.
There's no VAR. What's he doing?
But the goal has now been disallowed.
Eh? Surely that's wrong, isn't it?
The ball has been wiped out.
That's unbelievable.
And it's still
You
1-0.
can't let it gun that long, surely, God.
But Sunderland a little bit dismayed by that, understandably.
It never
Because
rains but it pours
there was
being
no
a Sunderland
flag
fan, does it?
when the goal was scored, and it took an age then
That's
for
ridiculous,
Sam
like.
Alison to make a decision. Salverson's gone up the other end here now. The ball hasn't gone out yet. It has now, and it's a goal kick to
But
Sunderland.
who said he was offside? The linesman didn't
They
flag.
can't let him because he didn't flag.
He wasn't
it.
offside.
Is that something information from somewhere?
He was not offside there.
Nadal, is it? Covering
I've just
Sunderland.
seen it.
Hadn't had a penalty incident yet, mind. Goal kick for Sunderland then. Patterson has the ball in the middle of his 6-yard line. We're in the 79th minute. It's still 1-0 to Sunderland. Isidore's goal has been scratched off.
That's going to be a talking point, isn't it?
Now, Barkhausen.
He wasn't offside, though.
Right for Derby. Ballard has to get ahead of Dejon Brown, who pushes Ballard in the back. Ballard goes
It only
down.
happened to us. Only happened to
The
us.
throw's given. Throw to Derby County. No foul for the push by Brown.
I don't know, Blenchy, was it a foul? I've no idea. But he wasn't offside. He was not offside.
So now it's back with
Did somebody swear at the referee or something?
Adams on the right. Isidore trying to get the ball off Ebu Adams. And he pushes Adams in the back. Now that can't be a foul. If the other one wasn't a foul, that can't be. It's a goal kick. There's some consistency, I suppose. There's a ball on the pitch and will be put behind by Mepham as Patterson retrieves another one. And Mepham happy to waste time by...
He wasn't offside. He was
grabbing the
not
ball
offside.
in the
I've seen
penalty
it.
area
I've
and
seen
then
the angle on
eventually
it.
leaving it for Patterson, who's being spoken to now by the referee. I don't think the referee's very happy about some of the... what he would perceive as time wasting, I suppose. We're in the 80th minute. It's Derby 0, Sunderland 1. But I can't think we're not going to be without drama this last 10-15 minutes. The way this is bobbling up. Patterson with a kick over Job's head. Lefay looking for it on the shoulder of Adams on the touchline. He puts it out, does he? The assistant didn't want to make a decision on that one. It stayed in, according to him. And now back here with Barkhausen on the right. He gets the ball forwards, shows too much of it to Ballard, who swings it up into the Derby half. Adams inside now for
Possible
Syke,
handball.
down
It could have been a handball, that, like.
to Elder on the left.
When it
Down
bounced
the line
up.
to Blackett-Taylor,
Was it
who's got
Riggy?
Trey Hume on his shoulder. Inside to Ben Osborne.
But where's he got his information from?
And now wide again to Blackett-Taylor. Hume has got back with him. They've got Salverson in the penalty area battling with O'Nien as a block made which falls to Job to clear.
That was
To the
bizarre.
halfway line.
I'd like to know where the
Sunderland,
referee's
who
got his
lead
information
1-0
from, though.
in the
Is there a
81st
third
minute.
official somewhere? I don't know.
Now, Paul Warne yelling at Adams to get the ball forwards down the right wing to Barkhausen. He crosses. It'll be Mepham who tries to head it away from Brown, who gets the right foot to it and puts it well wide.
A goal kick.
That's a goal kick. Marcus Harness isn't best pleased. Mienda's goal still the difference between the two sides. As Patterson retrieves the ball, places it in the middle of his 6-yard line, and everybody heads upfield. Derby 0, Sunderland 1, 82nd minute. And
Dennis, no, you've been booted from the channel, mate.
Patterson back on his
You're just
goal line.
overdoing it, pal, and it's getting boring.
Comes
See you
forwards,
later.
Drives this up to the left, over. And
Didn't
just
mind a
let
bit
go
of banter,
by
but
Job in the
it's
end.
just all the
But
time
back
with you,
to
all the
Adams.
time. So see you
Adams
later.
Out here, and Job nearly won it off Osborne. But it comes out to Howden.
I didn't like
Now
blocking
Brown
people from the channel, but
looking
when you're
for
going on
the
and on and on,
Dutchman
you're just
behind
acting
him.
like a
It's
two.
throw.
See you
Derby
later.
give it inside to Dan Neal. Middlesbrough 2, West Brom 0, as now Patrick Roberts goes through the centre circle, turns and shakes off Osborne. Roberts still going, leaves it for Isidore on the penalty area on the right-hand side. He's got Elder on his shoulder, and he has to come back out, tries to play it inside and finds Roberts. And Roberts Now
handball.
down right
I did
touchline.
see the handball, but I would like to know
But it's gonna come back
who
over the
spotted
goal
that.
line.
Who actually told the ref that it was
Derby
handball if it
County.
was.
83rd minute. Sunderland are going to make another change.
He was just being a tool, Blenchy, honestly.
As the ball
I didn't
played
mind a bit
out
of banter, but he
into
was just
midfield.
going on and on and on and on and on. He wasn't stopping, he wasn't coming up for air.
Another change is about to be made by Sunderland. I can't see who it is. Osborne on halfway.
He'd be going on another channel now.
Penalty area, which is headed away by Ballard from Salverson. Harness is tripped by Dan Neal. And it's a free kick to Derby County. 23 yards out, fairly central.
It was getting a bit pathetic, then it was. The ref is the only one that can rule it out. He was being obnoxious, as Blenchy was. And Pato was awesome in that second half. Nowhere that Isidore goal was offside. Hopefully it didn't cost us. Giving them everything now, this ref.
Clearly be for some, yeah, Daniel waving again, saying, come on, come on.
Ryan says the Sky commentators are still trying to figure out why it was disallowed. It was the delayed reaction. That's how ridiculous. It was like it was too late. It was too late. The goal's gone. It's like, how many minutes was that? 2 minutes before he decided to cancel it?
But Dan Neal was getting very
Exactly. I don't like that, says Blenchy.
wanting the substitution to be made.
Gotta stay together with
quickly.
this free kick.
Like I said, Tony Emerson, I didn't mind a bit of banter. Honestly, I can take it, but when it's just non-stop.
Ben Osborne.
Can't be bothered with it.
Osborne leaves it.
402 now
Batsman
watching.
chips
Thank
it into
you.
the penalty area. It's headed out by Sunderland. Barkhausen puts it down the left again to Blackett-Taylor, and he goes skipping away down towards the goal line, crosses. Dejan Brown heads it in to the edge of the 6-yard box. Mepham heads it out. Adams heads it back again.
Thanks for the 2 subscribers. Thank you.
And then O'Nien has to get in front of the Dutchman.
Well, if I haven't had drama against Burnley with the 2 missed penalties, we're certainly getting drama now again, involving Wilson Isidore again, with that goal being disallowed.
Luke O'Nien,
He rolls back on the pitch.
a bit of housery, I think, is how you would describe this. As
If we don't win this tonight, I'll be triply annoyed. I'll be more annoyed than I was at the Burnley game. Samed seemed a bit nervy in the cup. Let's see what he can do.
Luke O'Nien finally gets to his
Dan
feet.
Neal is saying something, isn't it? Dan Neal's struggling, isn't he?
Rigg is the player coming off. Dan Neal
Teams
has
just
come
raise the
across
game
to
against Sunderland,
the
don't they? I mean, if
touchline.
Derby played like this every game,
A lengthy
they'd be in the top
discussion,
6,
pointing
without a doubt.
from
The
Dan
teams just
Neal.
raise their match
Salis
against us.
Now replaces Rigg.
Something about Sunderland when they come and play a team
O'Nien's
that's
come
struggling
across
or
the word about
a
something
lesser
as
team, they
well.
raise the game.
86th minute, Derby 0, Sunderland 1. Goal kick for Sunderland.
The ref's a bell end, says Bong.
Patterson.
Exactly, mate, says Tony.
With his right, goes left, up goes Joe. But it's
I mean, if I went on a Newcastle page like that and I just went on and on and on and on and on like that, I'd get booted as well. I mean, you would in any channel.
Salis leaps up.
Yeah, plenty chances. I ain't going to lose any sleep over it.
He rolls it out to the right wing to Barkhausen, and Barkhausen trying to slip it through to the edge of the area. Ballard blocks it and then tries to bring it out. It's pushed by Harness, but no foul, says the referee. Then Neal wins it. Neal away through the middle. Isidore's made a run. Neal's still going. He's got Roberts to his right. He rolls it to Patrick Roberts at the edge of the penalty area. On his left, his shot is blocked. Comes back out.
Colin Worthy, thank you for the subscriber, mate. Much appreciated, and hope you're doing well in Australia there, mate. Surely there is a time limit for when you can call back a goal. That was ridiculous. Come on, Kingfisher says. Come on, son. Big scalp, says Norman. Never a dull moment with us, Tony. I know. Dragging it to point.
Hjelder's going to come on.
Blenchy, the Town Review is a great page, mate.
As it comes back into their own half. Mepham, 87th minute. Here's Ballard.
But I'm totally different. When I go on that Town Review page, you don't get me going on saying Geordie says ha 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 non-stop. I didn't. I have good crack with everybody.
Brand just in front of him, plays it inside, slipped it inside to Job. Back again to Ballard inside the Sunderland half, across to Mepham. And as you say, manage this now, Sunderland. And Mepham out to Hugh. Inside.
Thanks for the 3 subscribers. Thank you.
Again to Mepham, across to Dan Ballard. We're in the 88th minute. Ballard wide to Luke O'Nien.
I'm just bar
come on.
them from the off, says Tony. Yeah, I know. I might start doing that if they start
Job
thingy.
wide,
Cheers,
Ben
Benchy,
wide,
mate. It's
and Houdman trying to get it off Job. Job
the
holds
feeling
him off.
is mutual towards yourself, mate. Spot on.
Dan Neil
You think
now
so ridiculous to wait so long to disallow it?
Roberts is out wide. Roberts here, wide on the right for Sunderland, cutting across into the middle. Still going Roberts, trying to slip it inside at the edge of the
Lefty
area.
off.
Job, a shot from the edge of the box is blocked.
Hjelda's coming on.
Brown is down, yes. Dejon Brown is down in his own.
How do you think Lefy's been? I think he's had another cracking game, mind. I think he's had another good game, Lefy. Andy D says, this is a nail biter. Clark is a huge miss, says Tonks. So I tell you what, Romain Mundle's a huge miss. Romain Mundle is a massive miss.
Sunderland 28, Enzo Lefy, replaced by 33, Leo Held. Substitution.
So might go with 3 at the back.
Yeah. Enzo Lefy applauds.
I think it's about Jack Clark. I think there's Tonks.
In the 89th minute, Dejon Brown.
I think it's going to be about 4 minutes, 5 minutes added on as well.
5 minutes plus
easy
added on. Sunderland leading.
Peter, we should be 2-0 up, mate, unless there's something massively obvious why we're not 2-0 up.
Hour mark. So Hjelda has a word with O'Nien. Is Hjelda gone to left back? And O'Nien.
Derby down to 10 men. Have they got an injured person off, like? And, if you were on a bar, for example, you wouldn't go on like that, would you? You'd get planted.
Brown's had to come off, and they've
just there's some idiots, man.
So Brown's off.
They've made all their subs.
Derby are down to 10 men. Sunderland have made that change, leading 1-0, and we're in the last
Could get
minute
Jack
of the
Clark
90.
back on loan. Black and white skunk on the channel, says
Davis.
A lot of them are alright, it's just some of them are just...
He's playing left wing, isn't he?
The board.
It's offside.
And Salverson leaps. O'Nien.
Someone told the ref to disallow that goal. You see him put his hand to the earpiece, but I'd like to know who told him. Jack Clark and Matt Diallo, we need them back. Oh, never ever a chance for Diallo. Sky commentator still baffled by the second goal being ruled out.
Elder on the far side.
I feel sorry for Isidore because that would have been a great goal for him. Great. 7 minutes added on.
Looking for Salverson, but foul by Salverson on Ballard, and a free kick in the middle of the Sunderland half for.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. Does anybody know exactly how long it was before he called that goal back for it to be disallowed?
We're nearly up to
Ryan Jones, Sky have noticed that after Sunderland celebrated, the ref put his hand to his ear and it was disallowed.
So we're into those.
I mean, without VAR, surely there's got to be a cut-off point where you can't make the decision.
Enough time for Wilson to score.
So,
honestly, I thought we had the drama, the penalty misses.
Job is up there.
And now this
Adams
tonight.
Above him, heads it to Harness, out to the left wing. Elder pushing it on, looking for Blackett Taylor. Mepham's gone with him. Blackett Taylor trying to go round Mepham. Mepham gets in front of him, holds him off, and the ball rolls behind for a goal kick.
Excellent defending that is. Well done, Dan Ballard.
Still 1-0 to.
Goodness knows the Swan and only. What the F, says Bong. What's happened, Bong? He's saying what the. So what's gone on? Is it just the Derby fans?
Zone time for the goal kick. That's a minute of the minimum 7 played. Salverson's trying to whip up his teammates. It's only 1-0. Derby fans aren't leaving. I mean, there were quite a few empty seats at the start of play, but those that are here are not leaving. There's only one goal in this.
Well, you better have some explaining to do.
It's up to Isidore.
Can imagine the uproar.
Inside to Hjelda. Hjelda back out.
Derby equalised, like.
Isidore on the goal line. It's a bit too hard. The pass. It rolls out behind.
Please keep your heads, says Tom. The ref probably supports Leeds, Sheffield United or Burnley.
On the far side. We're into the second minute. We played a minute.
Thanks for the 2 subscribers. Thank you.
Adams on this right-hand side for Derby. Up towards the halfway line. Pushed onto the halfway line to Howard.
Sunderland should be sponsored by Diazepam, shouldn't they?
And then he plays it away to the left-hand side, looking for Osborne, but it's straight onto the chest of Trey Hume. On now to Hume again, as Salis makes a run.
Blood pressure's right up against us, Dougie.
Hume's still going, Osborne on his shoulder, and Hume's pulled down by the looks of things. The referee does finally give the free kick to Sunderland,
well done,
wide on the right.
Well done, Trey Hume.
Nottingham managed to gain.
1-0, 93rd minute, 7 minutes being added on. Free kick wide on the right for Sunderland. 5 back if you count Patterson. 4 in the centre circle and just around it.
About 4 minutes, I think. If Derby equalise, I think a fight will break out between the ref and the whole of Sunderland.
Hume over the free kick.
Apparently the ref disallowed for handball. 4
Just
minutes.
over 4 minutes left.
Well, I tell you what.
Tap short. Roberts now.
The referee hasn't spotted that. He's being advised. And whoever's advised them, they must have owl vision.
Need to do anything rash.
Because the ball bounced up, and I think it hit Rig. I think was it Rig? The ball bounced up and hit him. I seen that. I did see it.
Side, just a few yards up from the corner flag.
But it was the fact it was disgraceful that it was left to go on for so long before the referee
leading 1-0.
disallowed it.
BBC Radio Newcastle. What's the referee saying there? He's off the ball here. What's happened here?
I tell you what, he's
Yelder's gone down.
Off the ball.
Adams was the player involved.
This referee's lost the plot. Like this referee's totally lost the plot of this game.
Going to do here? I don't know what happened, but Yelder's gone down.
Well, away then. Where's the third referee to have a look at this then?
And Yelder's just sitting on the pitch at the minute. Stands up.
Well, come on, you disallowed the goal. No further action.
The throw's taken by Sunderland. The ball's down in the corner with Jobe. And it slipped back inside.
British Heart Foundation, they give me palpitations for sure.
And they're looking to try and break down the right wing here. But back comes Ballard, plays it back to Patterson. Blackett-Taylor trying to close him down, but Patterson's got the ball up into the Derby half for the 95th minute.
Could be one of the linesmen who talked to him. Tony Emerson says everybody wants to beat us because we're the biggest club in the league. Absolutely, Tony.
To Elder on that left-hand side. Osborne's wide on the left ahead of him, but Salis has positioned himself in front of.
Oh, I hope we don't let a goal in the last minute here, like, because I tell you what, I'd be sick
back by Hume. Hume holding off Blackett-Taylor, plays it down the right wing. It'll be for Syfe, who knocks it on to Elder, back into the middle to Adams in the 95th.
Is it true Derby is still down to 10 men? Yeah, the linesman didn't flag Simon.
Barkhausen wants it on the right wing. Adams on halfway. Salis goes to close him down. Adams just slips it behind him.
Biggest in the world called. 1 minute to go, says Mackham.
To Forsyth behind the centre circle. Isidore goes to close him down. Yelder goes to close down Barkhausen. Then Houdman trying to.
Everyone says Lees is bigger. No, thank you.
Like a handball.
2 minutes left, says Mandy.
Free kick to Sunderland in the 96th minute now.
We're by far the greatest team the world's ever seen, says Kingfisher. Icol, says Tony.
They're going to have to work for this win if they win this game. Sunderland.
Thanks for the 3 subscribers, thank you.
When it looked like it had been given.
Just put it in the corner, Luke.
Thanks everybody who's been in the channel tonight supporting and chatting. Apart from that one sausage jockey, of course. 451 watching, thank you very much.
It's going to bounce out for a throw to Derby.
Cheers for supporting the Mackham Cabbies channel.
And away comes Elder, out on the right now. And Callum Elder being urged to get it forwards by the Derby fans into the last minute. Ballard
he should have
it back down, straight into the path of Adams. Adams trying to pass it into the penalty area. Patterson comes out, sprawls and somehow gets the ball away. But it's back with Barkhausen at the edge of the area to cross, looking towards the far post, and one of the smallest players on the pitch, Ben Osborne, is beaten to it.
We're mad.
On the far side.
You're welcome, Brian.
And then it brings it back down again after it's deflected off of.
So what the refs just say that the refs hate Sunderland. We've got 2 penalties against Burnley, didn't we?
Or so to play, and O'Nien's taking it away over the halfway line. Still going O'Nien out wide to Yelder on the left-hand side of the Derby penalty area, taking the ball down into the corner. Barkhausen trying to win it back off him. It comes back out for O'Nien, who stabs it down past Adams, and it's broken into the centre here to Houdman.
Cheers, Fernie. Thanks, mate. Good luck tomorrow, mate.
Osborne plays it back now to Elder.
Thanks for popping in the channel.
Of the 7 minutes left, and in fact, there goes the full-time whistle.
Get in there.
1-0.
Thank God for that.
But work they did, and that is an incredible 3 points.
Yeah, excellent.
Durham Dive, I think we all enjoy your channel, Cabby. We all suffer together. Going to bed happy in Sun City. Well done, lads. 3 points. Thanks, Blenchy. Take care, mate.
Fantastic. Patterson was excellent in goal there.
Phew.
3 or 4 times he's had to come out and...
Oh, cheers, Cabby. You're welcome, Mandy.
And he'll command that 6-yard box.
You're welcome, Bo.
Is the be all and end all.
It is the result that matters, and that's all that matters.
Derby County, to their credit, made a fist.
Get in, lads. Cheers, Cabby. You're welcome, Greg.
Yeah, they did indeed. We know it's not going to be an easy game, and no game's going to be easy till the end of the season, Nick, because especially away from home, teams are going to raise the game.
They will do, and Derby fighting for their lives.
I still want to know what that was. Thanks for that, live. You're welcome, Matt Lyrics.
Rang the changes in the second half.
Nervy game, but a win's a win. Get in, well done, the lad, says Peter. You're welcome, Greg Bucky.
Blackett Taylor.
And again, Nick,
Isidore's now talking to the referee. Ref saying offside?
For the rest of the season, they'll get results, but they haven't been playing like that. It's only today.
Disgraceful.
Tonight,
You're welcome, Mike. You're welcome, Jerry. Bet the ref is gutted SG. I know. Ref saying offside, says Mackham 1973. But the flag stayed down. Took an age.
The goal was disallowed. I must say,
shambolic by the officials, like. Absolutely shambolics. The Packer Andrew says, I have an idiot come on my channel called Evan. He calls me ET all the time. Just ignore him or block him, mate. James, nice one. Glad we won. You're welcome, James. Mac and Mike, any idea why it was disallowed? I have no idea, mate. See you next game, onwards and upwards. You're welcome, Durham. Where's all the mags go? I blocked that idiot SJ. Get in, says Tony. Thanks, Cabby. Thanks, Ryan. No way was offside. Well done, hard earned 3 points, says Norfolk Fishing Channel. Love that name, Norfolk Fishing Channel. Fantastic.
Who passed it through to Mayenda 6 yards out to drive under Zeta's.
As the Sunderland fans are in the corner, they're waving the scarves as they're cheering the Sunderland fans. They are cheering the players.
Over on that far side, thanking their supporters tonight.
Thanks, Peter. You enjoy it, mate. Lee, cut them all. Well, there we go. That wasn't pretty, but sometimes you have to win, and you have to win ugly, and you have to grind and grit results. And we did tonight. Felt like an idiot celebrating the second goal, but yet again, I think everybody did. But it'd be interesting to digest and see what happened there exactly. You're welcome, Etienne. That was poor, says Tony. It was a gritty performance from Sunderland, but they scraped a win. A win's a win. It's all that matters. But SJ, they've gone to play with their crayon, says Rico. Thanks, Cab. Good night in the end. It was Tony. Michael Gunning says, what a great result. Awesome call, Cabby. That's a top 3 points for us. The world is a better place. See you next game. Absolutely, Michael. Geordie Groundwater, a few. I was worried there. Thanks, Cabby. You're welcome, Geordie. Richard Newton says, nail bite time. Thanks for your channel, Cabby. It's the only way I can keep up with Sunderland. You're welcome, Richard. You're welcome anytime. Ben says, thanks for the stream. You're welcome. Mac and Mike says, flying high in the sky. What a difficult listen, says Robbie. It was, and it needn't have been. It needn't have been. Thanks, Cabby. Ref had a shocker. It was disgusting. Norfolk Fishing Channel. Cheers, Cabby. You're welcome, Michael. Taylor, stressful. We were playing 11v11 last 5 minutes. We were, Simon. Keith Wells says, get up the title challenge on. Disallowed for handball, says SJ. But why was it taking so long? I don't know. There's no VR in this league. There's got to be a cut-off point that you let the goal go. I mean, how long would you have let that goal stand? 15 minutes into the second half before somebody rings the referee up and says, oh, you're going to disallow that goal. There's got to be, how many minutes do you have that cut-off point to say, no, you can't disallow it now, it's gone? Interesting. Handball at second goal, says D Hall. At least we won. We did, Ben. Thanks for the stream, Cabby. Gan Canny. You too, Paul. Take it easy. At least we won, says Ben. Seen Isidore disallowed goal and no reason at all, says Mac and Mike. Awful refereeing. Just think if we won at Burnley. Rico, I know. Just think if we'd held on and beat Coventry. This is what happens, isn't it? You look back on games that you've that you should have won, but yet again, look at the teams there where we're like getting beat off Swansea, and we came back to win 3-2. Imagine if I hadn't have won that. So it works both ways. Anyhow, a win's a win, says Mike. Yeah, love watching Mayenda with the crowd. Yeah, I was so pleased for Mayenda. It's only going to do his confident good. Darryl says, now for Sunderland to smash Plymouth and hold to do with Sheffield United. Look, Plymouth is just going to be as hard as Derby. Mark my word. They'll come to the stadium with they'll be playing for their lives, and we've got to change our mentality against Plymouth. We've got to be right up for it, because that could be a potential banana skin. That Lafay's strike came off the defender's hand, says Andrew. 3 points scruffy or not, absolutely. Interesting alternative commentary from you, Cabby. Yeah, it's been a while. I'm sure the referee will get some stick. So I will end my stream now. Until next time, enjoy. Mike, little thanks. I want to say thank you everybody for tuning in as always, and keep an eye out for the alternative commentary, which is a good laugh. Alexander Backer, hi everyone from Miami, Florida. Welcome. You've just missed the match, but hey, you're welcome anyway. Glad the team won. Yeah, fantastic, Alexander Backer, fantastic. So I'm going to say good night now. I'm going to get something to eat. And that was nervy and it needn't have been. But yet again, wouldn't be.